My bad. Okay, how's it going, everybody? I am Dr. Lay. I was muted. My bad. We've got some more NCAA football action for you as the Washington State Cougars take on the Colorado State Rams. The Rams coming in with a 1-2 record as they host Washington State, who is 2-2, kind of a mixed bag. Washington State, they've looked good, and then they've looked not so much. They are 2-2, and they defeated Idaho, which is a pretty good FCS team, 13-10 in their opener, defeating San Diego State 36-13, who then destroyed Cal. I think that was last weekend. And then they get blown out by North Texas 59-10, and then they get blown out by Washington 59-24. On the flip side, we have a 1-2 Colorado State team that's actually in the mix of, just kind of changing quarterbacks right now, apparently. They lost to Washington at Washington 38-21. Then they beat Northern Colorado 21-17. Then they lose to UTSA 17-16. We do have an update here of Mississippi State and Tennessee. Tennessee just had a fumble 6, and Tennessee has taken a 27-24 lead over Mississippi State. Actually, no, Mississippi State actually would retaliate, and it's 27-27. Wow, that's a good game. Very good game indeed. So Mississippi State wins. They'll probably be ranked. Tennessee will probably still be ranked. So another SEC team probably going to be ranked after this week. All right, as for this game, first, thank you, Hammer. How's it going? Good to see you. I got a little bit of a nap in there, so we'll see if that helped. Feel a little bit better. Well, we're going to go ahead and go anyway. ESPN, they ran the simulations, and they have Colorado State winning 75% of the time to Washington State's 24. So, again, two teams that will be facing each other in the future as far as Pac-12. The new Pac-12 that'll be happening. It's going to be like a Pac-8 or Pac-9 or whatever, but, we'll see if they add any more. But, yeah, these guys are very familiar with each other and will be very familiar with each other very, very soon. Spread is Colorado State winning 5. The spread is 5.5, so people will most likely have the money on Colorado State unless they think Washington State can cover. But again, Washington State coming off two very, very bad losses, allowing 118 points combined in their last two games, only scoring 34. So we'll see. You have the Colorado State money line again. I feel like that may be a common thing. But yeah, no Ben Fowler-Nicolosi. He has been apparently benched, though you might see him a little bit later. I'm not too familiar with their quarterback, but I just overheard that, that whoever the guy is, he's going to be starting. So the leading statistical leaders, though, Washington State, Potter, 67 for 95, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks. Again, Ben Fowler will not be playing tonight, or at least not starting, as he's 44 for 82, 488, a touchdown of 2 picks. Voorhees, the leading rusher for Washington State, 132 on the ground on 30 carries. Dupree, 199 on 40 carries. Leading receiver is Meredith, 195. To Winfield's 142. Leading tackler is only 23 for McKenna, 38 for Long. And that's through 3 games. And McKenna's played 4. So, wow. Very much interesting. So, yeah, again, hopefully we will get underway very soon. New quarterback change, again, for Colorado State. No Ben Fowler-Nicolosi. And we all know him, really, because of the Colorado games. So, obviously, he was doing pretty well in the first one, not so much in the second Colorado game. My teams and L's are very quick. Yeah, I saw the ending of that. Very sorry. I realize I have my mic out for some reason. I also have Colorado, UTEP, Oregon money line, and App State plus 16.5 in my round robin. Geez, Yo, what's up, Jacob? I'm watching your... Oh, yeah, the Guardians. Yeah, a lot of playoff baseball. So, today's results, the Mets have defeated the Marlins. So, that means I will actually be covering a baseball game tomorrow. So, no afternoon football for me. It's going to be Steelers in the morning, and then I get a little bit of a break, and I will be covering Reds and the Brewers. The Reds, if they win tonight... they will be in a win and in situation. If they lose tonight and they win tomorrow and the Mets lose, then they are in. But, of course, again, we'll be looking with the Mets. It'll be very interesting. I'm very curious to see if the Reds win. I think that would be best for me because, then it's a win and in. And then we'll be looking at, the Mets will have to lose. So a lot of stuff tomorrow. Very exciting. But, again, I'll be covering the Steelers in the morning and then the Brewers and Reds in the afternoon. And I'll probably call it. Probably won't be doing the Sunday night game. I don't want to say never say never, but most likely not because I might need a little bit of a break. But I'm not going to be taking a break, though. We'll still be streaming at least once a day, but might chill out on the multiple streams. I have to do for a good season. I have to be due for a season out of one of my teams, right? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, again, Pitt looked terrible. They choked it away. Typical Pitt fashion there. He's still streaming the Pittsburgh game? Yes, I will be here tomorrow morning. Do you care if I say this? I don't know what you're trying to say. Jimmy Rogers, the new coach for Washington State, 2023 FCS National Champion at San Diego SD State. Was San Diego State FCS just a few years ago? I did not know that. There's no way. That's not right. I don't think that's right. I think I read something incorrectly or misinterpreted. So it is what it is. But again, we're just a few moments away from kickoff. So Colorado State not wearing their traditional green and gold. They're wearing their whites and blues. So Colorado Appreciation Night for Colorado State and Washington State wearing their gray. So I got lucky on the thumbnail. I put the gray in the background. I'm like, well, they kind of wore gray in the past because I couldn't put white because then it would blend in with the logo. So there you go. So I got lucky. Let's go. Let's go me. Congratulations to me. San Diego State has been in the FCS for a while. Oh, that where they were. I did not know that, Turkey. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Exposing me as a casual. When it comes to college football, I just really got into it the last few years. But it's been fun. I really enjoy it. It's been on NFL pretty much my entire life. I always viewed college football as like, oh, well, why would I want to watch lesser football? But no, I see why. It's really fun. Do you care if I say the Guardians score? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, give me some updates. I'm going to trust you. You're my Cleveland Indians sideline reporter. As Washington State kicks it off, and it's fielded at the 25. It was a line drive at the 30 and brought down at the 35. It was just a line drive to the big man. He did a nice job of giving him a gain of 10. So, again, hopefully ESPN works. If it doesn't, we do have a backup in CBS Sports. It looks like ESPN's going to be a jerk. So we're going to go ahead and be with CBS Sports, and maybe that will also be a jerk. It looks like it is. So we're just going to leave it here because it kind of looks more appealing, but it really doesn't. All right, 1st and 10 for Colorado State. In the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. And they're going to hand it off up the middle. He's at the 40 and brought down around the 41. Again, they don't really have the names on the jersey, so that's kind of a killer for somebody like me that doesn't necessarily know the players. So I'm very sorry. We'll just do numbers. That was number 2. I'll try to get the names and numbers very soon. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, sending a man in motion. That is the tight end. They're at the 41. Changing it up a little. Again, there's no Ben Fowler-Nicolosi. That should be noted. As he hands the ball up the middle. He's at the 43, fighting forward and gets tackled around the 45. I believe that's going to be a brand new set of downs for Colorado State. FBS, I mixed that up when I wrote that. Oh, you're good. Okay, well then I have no idea what in the world that graphic was earlier. That was incorrect. Misinformation, fake news, whatever you want to call it. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. In the shotgun, sending a man in motion. Number 10 is in motion. Looks like Cooper Kupp, but it's not, obviously. Dupree, the running back. Okay, Dupree's number 2. I'll try to remember that. And the shotgun's going to hand it off. This is Dupree, bouncing it outside at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and brought down at the 27-yard line. Nice run That's a gain of 32. And a brand new set of downs for Colorado State. Detroit beat Boston. Ooh, that's big. DK going off for us tomorrow? We'll see. We'll see. I hope so. So, again, a brand new set of downs for Colorado State. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Looks like they're in a... someone else is in at quarterback. And he's going to keep it on the speed option. And down he goes. He couldn't get it off. Washington State sniffed it out. And that is a loss of 7 on the play. That was not good. Streaming into the Buckeyes, maybe really for the playoffs probably. I don't know about the regular season. I don't know about the regular season yet. We're still it's still a work in progress when it comes to the regular season. Unsure of what to do. 2nd and 17 in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Drops back to pass, steps up, fires. It is caught at the 33 and immediately dropped. That's a gain of 2. And it's going to be 3rd and long. Again, we're trying to see who the quarterback. I think it's Fosso or something like that. Unsure who the name. Again, I apologize. I don't really know the Colorado State players. They don't have their names on there. So anyway, 3rd and 15 in the shotgun. They need to get to the 18 for a brand new set of downs. They're at the 33 in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Steps up. Fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for number 1. And the lineman's still on the quarterback. They're trying to push off like, hey, get off our guy. And he's still down, but it looks like he's okay. Buckeyes, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that. Sorry. Again, when it comes to college football on YouTube, you can't really pick the big games because everyone goes and illegally streams those games, really. So, yeah. All right, this is Isaiah Hankins. He's 1 for 2 this year. This is a 40-yard attempt. The kick is up. The kick is good. Actually, no, it's a 50-yard attempt. My bad. So he knocks it through from 50, and Colorado State takes a 3-0 lead with 11:32 left to go in the first quarter. So that's Brousseau. Okay, Brousseau is the quarterback. Noted. Again, no Ben Fowler-Nicolosi. I'm sure most of us, if we're not Colorado State fans, know Ben Fowler-Nicolosi because of all the Colorado State things and stuff like that. Apparently, he's not the guy tonight. I'm going with Brousseau. So, appreciate you guys. Again, make sure to like and subscribe if you can. That'd be great, helpful to small channels like mine. We're just slowly growing and growing and growing. 6 months ago at 30 subs. Now we're over 1,000, across the 1,000 sub mark last weekend, late Saturday night. So, again, appreciate you guys for your support. But, yeah, if you like football, if you like baseball, this is a great channel for you. This is pretty much what I do. I call games. So that is pretty much it. Of course, we'll check out some scores across college football. We'll actually do that now, again, brought to you by... Yes, we have sponsors. Coffee Beans, Eduardo Hernandez, and Sorry Cat, the Scoreboard sponsors. Thank you very much. All right, you guys were all worried about Tulane and Tulsa, I'm very sure. So, well, that's going to go away. So you weren't. All right, Mississippi State actually up 34-27 on Tennessee. Tennessee, though, is driving. They're at the 12. Middle Tennessee and Kennesaw State, they're at halftime, 21-10. Kennesaw State leading. Old Dominion up 14-0 on Liberty at the half. Western Michigan 24, Rhode Island 7 in the second quarter. Iowa State up 8-0 on Arizona. NC State 7, Virginia Tech 3, Southern Miss 14, Jackson State nothing. Missouri State and West Kentucky are tied at 0 apiece. Memphis up 10-7 over Florida Atlantic. Missouri hosting Massachusetts. That is 0-0 just now starting in that one. Stanford and San Jose 0-0. Boise State hosting Appalachian State 0-0 in that one. Final scores, Tulane actually just defeated Tulsa 31-14. Ohio State over Washington 24-6. Ole Miss over LSU 24-19. Texas A&M holding on against Auburn 16-10. Indiana over Iowa 20-15. Georgia Tech holding on to Wake Forest. That one was almost a big deal earlier, 30-29. Vanderbilt over Utah State 55-35. Illinois over USC 34-32. We're coming back. They are showing some footage here. 56-13 Notre Dame over Arkansas. We'll get to the rest of them later. Again, 3-0 is your score here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Now, I know this because I became part-time for a little bit whenever they were playing Colorado, a Colorado State fan. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. Now let's get to 2000. Oh, it'd be great, Snowman. Oh, yeah. Would be pretty cool. Would be pretty cool. I don't know if I should get my hopes up for not maybe towards the end of the year we get to 2000. I don't know. I'm still kind of... Anyway, it doesn't matter for now. As we're calling this game, it's going to be kicked off in the end. So he's going to take it out. He's at the 5, the 10, 15. Yeah, brought down at the 18. That was an interesting decision there by number 10 of Washington State. I don't know the name there. But I can tell you this guy, Zevi Eckhouse, the quarterback for Washington State, completing about 70% of his passes, 349 yards on the year, 4 total touchdowns, and 2 picks. That was Layton Smithson with an interesting decision to return it there. I don't know what he was doing. Can you show me the MLB? Yeah, again, I'll do it in the next commercial break. We'll get to that because, again, a lot of stuff happening there. Lots of stuff happening in the Major League Baseball world. In fact, it's caused me to call a game tomorrow on a Sunday. In the shotgun is Eckhouse, sending a man in motion. Eckhouse looking to his right, fires down the right side. It's caught at the 35, tripped up at the 37-yard line. Well, hey, just like that, that's a brand new set of downs for Washington State. Who was that? That was Meredith. Yeah, Meredith. Joshua Meredith. I believe he's the leading receiver of Washington State's already extending that by 18 yards. 1st and 10 at the 37. In the shotgun, trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Eckhouse drops back, is going to keep it on the RPO. Oh, he's got some space at the 45, 50, brought down at the 48. Gain of 15. And he is looking good. Eckhouse already with a nice pass and, of course, a nice run. So, yeah, they're going to mark him down around the... We're still waiting the spot, actually. Yep, they're going to mark him down at the 48 of Colorado State. They're kind of hurrying it up here. In the shotgun is Eckhouse already. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, going left to right on your YouTube screen. Eckhouse hands ball off up the middle, and he doesn't really find much other than a pack of rams or a herd of rams, as that makes more sense. Brought down after a gain of 3. That was Angel Johnson on the carry. Curry Voorhees, the leading rusher for Washington State, though Angel Johnson was in there at the moment. Though I think it's more of a running back by committee, if I had to guess. I could be wrong. Showing Owen Long, the guy they're highlighting here. 14 tackles last week. Very good stuff. 2nd and 7 in the shotgun is Eckhouse. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Eckhouse drops back, looking over the middle. Is going to check it down. Caught at the 40, makes a guy miss, and brought down at the 35-yard line. Nice catch by Voorhees, And again, a brand new set of downs for the Cougars. Making a guy miss, but then the Rams right there to bring him down. But again, 1st down. Colorado State wearing their white state uniform. You know, it's the blue with the sun or whatever, the sea. I don't know. I don't really know. You guys would know if you're a Colorado State fan or just a Colorado fan in general. 1st and 10 for Washington State at the Colorado 35. Play action. Steps up, fires towards the end zone. Caught! Did he hold on? He did! Touchdown, Washington State Cougars. And just like that, they have just taken the lead. Jeremiah Noga with the catch. 35 yards, taking the lead. Looking at Noga here. Looks like it's just a classic post, splitting the defense. And a very bad route by the safety there of Colorado State, number 15. Not good at all. Good coverage, though, by number 7 to Colorado State, but, just can only do so much. That was a good throw, good route, good everything. 5 plays, 82 yards for Washington State. Who's the bigger goat, Tony Hawk or Kelly Slater? So they're actually going to review this. I don't know who Kelly Slater is. Not going to lie. Don't have any clue. So, Tony Hawk by default. Yeah, I have no idea why they're reviewing it. Looked pretty clear and obvious to me. Anyway, so they are reviewing it at 6-3 here. We're pending the extra point. Let me check out the MLB scores real quick. Out of a request here from Jacob here. So the Twins leading the Phillies 4-0. Pirates and the Braves are tied at 1-1. The Indians up 2-1 over the Rangers. Again, that is a huge game there for them as well. The Reds and Brewers 0-0. Some other games happening. Again, the big story, the Mets did win. So the Reds, no matter what happens, they can't clinch today. So very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff for tomorrow. That's pretty much it. There's really not much else of note. The ruling on the field is upheld. Yeah, I was wondering why in the world they even reviewed it. That was clear and obvious to me. My high school team name are the Cougars, and we wear black and gold, yellow. Oh, nice. Very nice. What? Best pro surfer ever. Well, yeah, I don't really watch surfing. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. So, yeah, Tony Hawk by default. All right, they're going to take on the extra, or try to get the extra point here. Snap, hold, kick. It is up. It is good. 7-3 is your score with 8:43 left to go in the first quarter. Look at that. Washington State and Eckhouse looking good. They'll take a break. I, of course, will be right here. Going Kelly Hammer because Muska is my goat. I have no idea. Folks, appreciate it. Again, make sure to like and subscribe if you can. It's free. It's free if you can. Again, if you're a sports fan, baseball fan, whatever, football fan, this is what I do on the channel. I call games. That's pretty much all I do. Maybe release a video or two every now and then. But, for the most part, it's just live streams. But, yeah, if you like sports, if you're a sports fan, definitely like and subscribe. For college football, my strategy really is to try to cover games I might not receive the same amount of love from other streamers or streams or whatnot. So that is what I'm trying to aim to do. When it comes to the NFL, of course, it's Steelers, and then possibly another game, though that won't be happening tomorrow because I will be covering the Steelers and another baseball game because a lot of stuff happening in the baseball world. So, yeah, we'll be doing the Reds and the Brewers tomorrow. Very exciting. Definitely going to be looking at that for sure. Kelly, too. Both are goats. I was actually watching the Surf Pro Circuit. This guy. Well, hey, you guys have fun with surfing. I will not watch surfing. Let's see here if we got this updated over here. Probably not. There we go. We do. I wonder what is more visually appealing for you guys. Box score or live? It doesn't matter. We're sticking with ESPN for now. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do. I call games. And, of course, feel free to chat down below and talk about whatever you'd like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. By the way, Hammer and Draven, let me know if the volume sounds a little bit better. It might not. I tried to tweak it a little bit. I don't know if it worked. But, yeah, if I sound a little bit more louder and clear, that's awesome. If not, well, then, yeah, there's literally nothing I can do about it. So, but, yeah, just let me know. Everybody might like, I guess that's true. I don't know. I just don't really watch much TV anymore. Like, my life now is part-time job, streaming, get stressed out because of what my parents and then my father-in-law, family. It's just a bunch of family. I have no time. I have no time anymore. I'm going all in. I'll have to miss your Reds-Brewers game because of earlier start. I'll be at work. Are you doing any baseball games today? No, I will not. Sound fine to me. You do seem a little loud compared to the other stream. Okay, well, I guess that's good. As he kicks it off into the end zone for a touchback, you sound a little louder but raspier. But it sounds clear. Okay. Raspier, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's because I'm still exhausted. I see, yeah, the raspy voice, like that, yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just still tired. I'm just an exhausted guy. We are almost on empty, folks. Monday, luckily, I think it's just Monday Night Football. Just one game, so that's good. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Brousseau sending the running back to his left. Brousseau is going to hand it off. Trying to find some space, breaking some tackles, and brought down after about a gain of 3. That was number 25 on the carry. You'll forgive me? Thank you. I'm sorry. I got you. Thought maybe you smoked it. But this guy don't smoke. What in the world? What in the world? No. Oh, my gosh. No, I'm just, like I said, I'm just tired. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 28 in the shotgun. Play action. Moving to his right. Heavy pressure. Fires. It is caught. Did he keep both feet in bounds? It looks like he did. There is a flag down. They're going to mark it down at the 36, but again, there is a flag. May have been a hold. I thought I saw a hold. There is a hold on Colorado State. That's pretty funny. Smoke to pack. Jeez, No, I don't smoke. I don't vape. I don't do all that. I mean, you do what you want, I'm just saying. I don't do that, no. I don't think I've ever spoken this much in a single year of my life since starting this. 2nd and 17 at the 18. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Brousseau hands the ball off up the middle, trying to find something, but he can't. Just finds a herd of Rams. He's brought down after about a gain of 2. And I do apologize. I wish I knew the names of Colorado State, but I do not. So that was number 25 on the carry. If you're a Colorado State fan, you may know. How many yards? Colorado State ranks last. Not quite last, but 123. That's pretty bad. 3rd and 15 at the 20. They need to get to the 35 for a brand new set of downs. Brousseau takes the snap, steps up, and fires. It is caught at the 36. Oh, what a catch. Oh, he ran backwards, though. Oh, that might be interesting. And he did. Oh, he was trying to do too much. That was number 0 on the catch. Pulling a Deontay Johnson, folks. That's never good. Deontay Johnson, we boo that man, and we may have to boo number 0 again. He clearly had the first down, caught at the 36, and then decided to go backwards and was able to find a 4th down instead of a brand new set of downs. A nice cigar on the golf course. Yeah, that's fair. If I were to do that once, it would be a cigar. It would be a cigar for sure. Not going to be those little, the death sticks. Star Wars reference. Anyway, 4th and 1. Again, they're going to punt. That is a killer. As there is the punt. Nice punt. 57-yard punt fielded at the 8. He's at the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, 30, 35, cuts inside, 40, still on his feet, breaking tackles, 45, brought down at the 48. What a return by number 0 of Washington State, Freeman. So that number 0 runs forward, and he does a very good job of it. So that's going to be a very nice start for the Cougars when they come back. 7-3, Washington State over Colorado State with 6:30 left to go in the first quarter. Folks, I appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like football, if you like baseball, this is what I do. So make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you consider yourself a fan of sports. Feel free to also chat down below. Talk about whatever you'd like. I try to read as many comments as possible. Come on, Colorado, don't beat your bonies. Right now, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Colorado State was favored by 5.5. And I have to imagine part of that was because Washington State, I don't know if they still show it, they don't, but they have been getting blown out. They got blown out by North Texas and I think Washington as well. So they've allowed 118 points in the last 2 games, and you just can't, you just can't do that. You just can't do that. So I'm assuming that's why they were like, hey, Colorado State's probably going to win this one. But, again, still plenty of football left. Still only halfway through the first quarter. But right now, Washington State looks like they came to play. I mean, special teams is getting involved here. So, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Thank you for even clicking on the live stream. Does help out the channel a lot. Super thank you for able to leave a like. That like button, very crucial to small channels like mine. And, of course, subscribing would be awesome as well. Do have a poll up. Feel free to let me know who you think is going to win. 27 votes and pretty good turnout. 70% of you guys have Washington State winning. 30% have Colorado State winning. Let's see here. Check out some more baseball. Check out some college football scores very, very soon. Next commercial break, we'll do that. Yankees up 6-1 on the Orioles, or they defeated the Orioles 6-1. Cubs defeating the Cardinals 7-3. Blue Jays defeating the Rays 5-1. That's, again, another thing that might come down to the wire tomorrow. I think the Blue Jays have to win in the end as well, and they're good. Nationals 6, White Sox 5. Giants over the Rockies. They still have a chance for 500, I guess. Tigers over the Red Sox 2-1. That's something that Jacob here will be watching. Tigers were falling apart, but, hey, they're winning right now. So there you go. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Washington State 48. By the way, Washington State in their gray helmet, gray pants, gray jersey. So that gray jersey is a little bit darker. In the pistol, actually, handing the ball off up the middle, makes a guy miss at the 50. 45 brought down at the 44. That was Angel Johnson with a nice run. That's a gain of about, actually, I don't know what they're going to mark it. No, they're going to say he got 8. So 2nd and 2 coming up for Washington State. Again, they pretty much went right down the field the first drive. They're averaging 15 yards a play, looking very good. Colorado State averaging 5.8, which isn't too bad, but, not 15. Ball at the 44 in the shotgun is Eckhouse. Eckhouse, play action, swings it out. It's caught at the 45, 40, lowering the shoulder. A lot of contact there. Close to the 35-yard line. That was Meredith on the catch. Again, their leading receiver getting involved early. 2 catches so far in this one. So brand new set of downs for Washington State. First and 10 at the 35 in the pistol. Receiver to left, receiver to the right. Oh, there's a lot of movement. I don't know who it's going to be on. Washington State, they're all pointing at each other's direction. I couldn't tell you. I think it's going to be a false start. Oh, never mind. They're going to say it's going to be neutral zone. Wow. Oh, wow. Causing the offense false start. That's a tough one. I don't think that's a bad call. That should have been a false start. 1st and 5 at the 30. That was pretty bad. In the pistol, receiver to left, receiver to the right. Eckhouse hands the ball off. This is Johnson. Johnson trying to find something, but he can't as he's slung down at the 29-yard line. A lot of whistles being blown again. A lot of pushing and shoving. Saw a lot of that earlier. Never really escalated to anything. And the game I covered earlier, for some reason that escapes me at the moment. What the heck? I am exhausted today. Can't even remember what I just covered. That's pretty bad, folks. Bowling Green, Ohio. That's right. Jeez, that's terrible. 2nd and 4 at the 29 in the shotgun. It's going to keep it himself. Eckhouse, he's at the 25 and is going to have the first down, brought down at the 24. I did take a nap. There's that. So 1st and 10 for Washington State. They're looking good here, folks. Can't lie. Can't lie at all. Approaching 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Eckhouse in the shotgun. Ball at the 24. 2 receivers to the right. Tight ends in tight to the left. Eckhouse. Play action. Looking to his right. Fires to the end zone. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Ellison and a late flag. Oh, talk about as late as can be. If this is pass interference or defensive holding, it took the referee to throw about 5 seconds after the ball had hit the turf. That was not exactly very... That ball was out of bounds, by the way. I do want to emphasize that after the discussion. Contact was ruled to be legal. He was yanking his arm. So the legal... Honestly, he was kind of holding there, so I could see that. But again, it was a late flag, and the ball was uncatchable. Nap the doc actually sleeps. Yeah, once it wasn't too long, but I did. Thank you, Denny, for stopping on by. Appreciate it. 2nd and 10, ball at the 24 in the pistol. 2 receivers to the right, 2 tight ends actually both motioning to the right as well. In the pistol now. Eckhouse. Gets the snap, hands the ball off, up the middle, making a guy miss. Nice at the 20 and brought down at the 19. Nice, nifty move. That was, who was that? That was, I believe, Voorhees. Yeah, Voorhees with a very good move, making the linebacker there miss look silly. It's going to be third and 5 for the Cougars. So we're approaching the 3-minute mark. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, tight end in tight to the right. 2 backs at his side. Voorhees and Johnson. Sending a man in motion. Eckhouse. Heavy pressure. Moving to his right. Fires. It is caught, though he had to dive for it. He landed at the 15. And that's going to bring up 4th and short. I wonder what they're going to do here. This will be interesting. I don't really know the tendencies of these teams. First time covering them this year. I don't think I've covered the same college team twice yet. I don't think I've seen anybody else twice. Very soon, though, I think I will be covering another Wyoming game. That was very fun. 4th and 1. In the pistol. They're going to go for it. They need to get to the 14. Oh, and Colorado State's pointing. They're pointing. It's going to be a false start, and that's going to probably take the offense off the field. False start. Yep, number 67 on the offense. That'll back them up 5. Make it 4th and 6. That was Johnny Lester. And he's going to... Backing him up 5. This is Jack Stevens out for the field goal. He's 6 for 6 so far this year. He's perfect. This is from the right hash, a 37-yard attempt. Snap, hold, kick. It is up. It is good. Right down the middle. 10-3 is your score. 2:05 left to go here in the first quarter. 10-3. Washington State over Colorado State. The only tendency these teams have is losing this guy. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think there's some interest here because, again, Colorado State, they kind of became a little bit more interesting with the Colorado thing a few years ago. And then Washington State, I don't know. They were part of that last year, the Pac-12, and that was a pretty exciting year. They didn't have a good year that year, but it was still pretty exciting. I know they blew out Colorado that year as well. I remember that. I was pretty much hate watching Colorado in 2023. I can be honest with you. I was hate watching, and it was pretty fun. I was pulling for every Pac-12 team that played them. And then Colorado State, oh, man, that was such a great game. That was such a great game. With Torrey Horton, Ben Fowler, Nicolosi, pretty much just the drag routes over the middle. That was exciting. I don't know, it sounds crazy, but that was pretty exciting. It was just Colorado had no chance. They don't know they didn't even know how to stop a drag route. They just couldn't do it. Folks, again, appreciate it. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more sports live streams. This is what I do. Play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. So if you like football, if you like baseball, definitely like and subscribe. Rams have an awesome newer stadium, at least. I wouldn't know anything about that, but, I mean, it seems nice there in Fort Collins. But, all right, let's check out some football scores. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Of course, I do appreciate Coffee Beans and Water Hernandez and Sorry Cat for being the Scoreboard sponsors. Thank you very much for your support. All right, let's check out some football. There we go. Okay, currently happening, I think that might be live. Tennessee and Mississippi State are in overtime. Or did Tennessee just win? Tennessee may have just won. I'm not too sure. Regardless, it says 41-34 Tennessee over Mississippi State in overtime. Kennesaw State 21, Middle Tennessee 10. Old Dominion 14, Liberty nothing. We're back. So let's see here. Western Michigan 31, Rhode Island 7. Iowa State 15, Arizona nothing. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oregon, Penn State 0-0. Alabama 0. Georgia 0. Alabama driving at the Georgia 6. Okay, that'll be some games we're all probably looking at. I thought Georgia would blow them out personally. Really had a feeling on that one. But I had a feeling on some other things today, and that's been wrong. So there you go. Washington State went with a sophomore quarterback to start the year over the fifth-year senior Eckhouse, who played extremely well last year in the bowl game against Syracuse. Okay. Well, thank you, JJ Plays Chess, for that little nugget there. So far, Eckhouse hasn't looked too bad, other than that one missed throw just a few moments ago in the end zone. I mean, he's looked pretty good so far. All right, they're kicking things off. That's going to go bounce out of the end zone for a touchback. So Colorado State, so far 2 drives, 3 points to show for it. It's been kind of rough for Colorado State. I mean, they got 62 yards of offense, not the worst, but I don't know. Just so far, it seems that Washington State is the better team as of now. Again, it's only 1 quarter of play. In the pistol, 2 receivers right, tight ends in tight. That's play action. Drops back. Brousseau is going to check it down. It's caught at the 26, at the 30, 35, 40, 45, and hit hard at the 50. What a burst of speed, just all of a sudden turning on the jets and looking good. That's a gain of about 25. He tackled around the 50-yard line. Rangers scored 2-2. Ooh, that's interesting. Brousseau going through his progressions. That's always good to see. Again, that was, let's see who that was. I don't think that's accurate. That was number 20, not 29, I thought. Anyway, he's going to hand it off. Up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's got the first down and a little bit more. Brought down after about a gain of 12. Yeah, that is indeed number 20. That is not Justin Marshall, unless he has a different number now. Okay, well, that's wrong then, because Marshall, they just said it's Marshall, so Marshall's number 20. On here it says 29. That is wrong. So 1st and 10 at the 38 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. Marshall to Brousseau's right. Brousseau hands it off. This is Marshall. He's got some space at the 35 and pushed out of bounds at the 31. Late push there. And I don't know. There's a flag down. I don't know if it was because of the late hit. I don't think it was. At North Texas, Potter had 5 turnovers. Holding on Colorado State. That'll back him up 10. And the game was out of reach early. Coach put Eckhouse in, and the start of the 4th quarter, they were 7 down to U of W. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, so far, again, Eckhouse pretty good. 5 for 6, 77 yards. So 1st and 20 for the Rams. Jay Norvell not too happy with it. 1st and 10 or 1st and 20 at the Washington State 48. Brousseau drops back, fires it deep down the middle of the field. It is incomplete. 2 Cougars in the area. And oh man, there's a late flag thrown. Another late flag being thrown. I wonder what this will be. This is interesting again. And one of the Washington State players just has their hands up like they can't believe it. Pass interference. Number 8 on the defense. Again, another late flag. Though the first one was picked up. This one was not. Kenny Worthy. Oh, that is not a good call. That is not a good call. There's like nothing there. Just 2 players kind of hand fighting. And they elect to flag the defender. 1st and 10 at the 33 in the shotgun. Trips to the right, tight end in tight to the left. Brousseau changing it up a little. Brousseau hands it off. Oh, and he's not going to get much. In fact, he's going to lose a few. McKenna on the tackle. Dupree on the carry. Nothing doing there. That's a loss on the play. And that may take us to the end of the first quarter. Yeah, McKenna with a great tackle. Yeah, that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Washington State 10, Colorado State 3. It's going to be 2nd and 12 whenever we do come back. So, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Let's see here. Eckhouse started against UFW. 4 touchdowns defense, though allowed points in every. Oh, geez, yeah, you're not going to win like that. You hate your life, Rocker Farm. Oh, man. My internet provider has maintenance going on, and instead of watching this great slate, I'm here on mobile. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry you're stuck with me, Rocker Farm. I'm really sorry. Hopefully, I do a decent enough job for you to keep you guys in the loop. That's pretty much why I do this. You know, I am here because I know there are either people that are at work, you know, or just, you know, don't have access to the game, you know, for whatever reason. So, yeah, hopefully I'm able to do a decent enough job, and you guys are able to press that like button and possibly subscribe. Again, if you're a football fan, baseball fan, this is pretty much what I do. I do it 6 times a week. Very rarely will I do a 7, but, you know, there are times I have in the past had a nice stretch of over a month, but that was before high school football started here. But, yeah, again, if you do like what you hear, make sure to like and subscribe. It is free. It is free of charge. Okay, I didn't mean it that way. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just picking, man. I could kind of tell. When you said I hate your life, I kind of knew he's a good dude because he's like one of us, all of us. But, yeah, anyway, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Let's check out some scores from across the nation. Again, of course, Scoreboard sponsors Coffee Beans, Eduardo Hernandez, and Saria Cat. So, again, thank you very much. You 2, or you 3, pardon me. Yeah, that's right. We added one. Sorry, Cat. Just the other day. All right. Let's see what we got here. As far as big scores, we'll start off with them first. Again, Alabama, they just went up 7-0 on Georgia. Oregon and Penn State 0-0. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as the big scores. Kentucky, South Carolina 7-7. Louisiana, Marshall 0-0. Boise State up 14-0 on Appalachian State. Stanford down 10-7 to San Jose State. Oh, man, Stanford. Poor Stanford. Missouri up 14-12 on Massachusetts. And Massachusetts have the ball. Let's go, Massachusetts. Oh, man, what a day that would be. All right, Florida Atlantic 13, Memphis 10, Western Kentucky 10, Missouri State 6, Southern Miss 14, Jacksonville State 3, Virginia Tech 10, NC State 7, Iowa State 15, Arizona nothing. Western Michigan 31, Rhode Island 7, Old Dominion 14, Liberty nothing, Kennesaw State 21, Middle Tennessee 10. Final scores, yes, Tennessee did defeat Mississippi State 41-34. And again, Ole Miss did defeat LSU 24-9. Ohio State, of course, over Washington 24-6. A&M over Texas A&M over Auburn 16-10. Indiana over Iowa 20-15. Georgia Tech over Wake Forest 30-29. And Illinois over USC 34-32. We'll go ahead and step away here as we're about to be back. Apparently, Jay Norvell 0-3 versus Washington State as a head coach, both at Nevada and, of course, at Colorado State. Great job. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you again. Institute of Newtonian Physics. Good to see you once again. 2nd and 12 in the shotgun, ball at the 35. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Brousseau awaiting the snap. Takes the snap, hands the ball off up the middle. Oh, nice burst of speed at the 30, 25. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And I think the Cougars have recovered. Oh, he's so fast, but he lost control of the ball. And an official is pointing to Washington State. Oh, that's a huge turnover. He's had such a nice game, Marshall, but unfortunately coughs it up. Lean, which internet provider does maintenance on Saturday night? Oh man, yeah, that is dumb. Great job, appreciate it again, JJ. Thank you very much. I try. So Washington State will take over. Yeah, we did have some interesting games happening today, very very much so. So it's going to be a brand new set of downs for Washington State at the 19, their own 19, and the shotgun is Eckhouse. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver to the right. Eckhouse. It's going to keep it. Quarterback draw or something. I'm not too sure, and that didn't work. That's a loss of 1. That'll back him up a yard. Eckhouse had no chance. Oh, yeah, Florida State, losing to Virginia was pretty huge. That was pretty crazy. 2nd and 11, ball at the 18 in the pistol. 2 receivers to the right, tight ends in tight. I believe that's Voorhees in the backfield. Eckhouse hands it off to Voorhees. Cuts inside at the 20 and brought down at the 21. That's a gain of 3. That'll make it 3rd and 8. They're highlighting Owen Long here. Averaging 12.7 tackles a game. That leads all of FBS. Number 40. I don't think I've really called his name too much tonight, but maybe a little bit later. 3rd and 8. They need to get to the 29 for a brand new set of downs. Trips to left, 1 receiver to the right. Voorhees to Eckhouse's right. Eckhouse drops back. Heavy pressure, fires over the middle. It's caught at the 25, 30, and slung down at the 33. That was a catch by number 84. Again, I do apologize. Don't really know the names, but when I do, I will try to remember them here. Let's see if we can see the jersey. Yeah, I can't see it at all. Your bottom overlay is hung up. Yeah, I have no control over that, unfortunately. 1st and 10 at the 32. In the pistol. It's pretty good, though. It'll sometimes freeze up a little bit. In the pistol. Eckhouse moving to his right. Steps up. Oh, and down he goes. Could not escape. Number 13. He just came out of nowhere. A transfer from Holy Cross. That's going to get, yeah, it's I think it follows ESPN, to be honest with you. I think it's linked to ESPN. Eckhouse going down. There is a injured Ram, I believe, on the field, so they're going to step away. I, of course, will be right here. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, you'll probably get tired of me saying that, but hey, I got to promote myself. That's how it goes. It's a growing channel, folks. Again, just 6 months ago at 30 subs. 2 months ago at 340 subs, and now we're over 1,000. So, again, definitely Like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. To kind of finish what happened earlier, Notre Dame all over Arkansas 56-13. Vanderbilt over Utah State 55-35. Minnesota over Rutgers 31-28. Duke over Syracuse 38-3. Louisville over Pitt 34-27. Cincinnati over Kansas 37-34. Kansas State 34. UCF 20. North Texas 36. South Alabama 22. Ohio over Bowling Green 35-20. I covered that one earlier. Central Michigan 24, Eastern Michigan 13. James Madison over Georgia Southern 35-10. UL Monroe 28, Arkansas State 16. Northwestern defeats UCLA. Oh man, that's tough. 17-14. California over Boston College 28-24. Baylor over Oklahoma State 45-27. Utah blowing out West Virginia 48-14. UConn over Buffalo 20-17. San Diego State over Northern Illinois 6-3. Jeez, Navy over Rice 21-13. Toledo over Akron 45-3. Miami of Ohio 38. Lindenwood 0. New Mexico 38. New Mexico State 20. Hawaii over Air Force 44-35. Tulane 31. Tulsa 14. Final scores from on Thursday and Friday. East Carolina over Army 28-6. Virginia over Florida State 46-38. Arizona State over TCU 27-24. And Houston coming back and defeating Oregon State 27-24. So pretty interesting there. Again, still 0-0 there in Penn State. So they're hosting Oregon. Alabama 7. Georgia nothing still. Interesting. All right, again, we're back, and there was an injury. Couldn't tell you who it was. I think they said Keegan Shank. So he is standing on the sidelines. Hopefully he'll be okay. All right, in the pistol, it's 2nd and 18 at the 24. Eckhouse is going to keep it. Play action, fires. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Meredith. Could not connect. It's so confusing what Cal and San Diego State are doing. I mean, Wazoo beat San Diego State. Yeah, no, San Diego State crushed Cal. Yeah, I have no idea. That game was I actually covered that on the channel as well. That was a pretty good game for me. But yeah, that was a very interesting game for sure. 3rd and 18, they need to get to the 42. In the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Eckhouse drops back. Fires it down the right side. He's got a guy. It is dropped. Incomplete. The coverage. He was able to catch up to it. The throw was a little bit underthrown, so allowed the defender to get back into the play, but unable to make the catch. I thought he had it. That was Ellison, the intended target. Did he have it in his hands? He did. Oh, he did, and he just dropped it. Again, pretty good defense, but he had both hands on it. Just couldn't secure the catch. And Washington State will punt. Fair catch signal made at the 28-yard line. So that's where Colorado State will take over. Yeah, very sorry there, Rocker. Colorado State taking on San Diego State, team we were just talking about. This upcoming Friday. Geez, eye on the conference again. San Diego State over Northern Illinois, 6-3. New Mexico defeating New Mexico State, 38-20. And Hawaii over Air Force, 44-35. 1st and 10. Of course, Washington State, just has Oregon State in theirs as he hands it off down the left side, and he's pushed out of bounds around the 33. And there's a late flag coming in again. So a run of about 5, but it may be coming back. Still waiting the call here. Holding. Number 81 on the offense. That'll back him up 10. Rocky Beers, the guilty party there. See this again. Colorado State loves the penalties. Yeah, that's clearly trying to get away and just would not let go. Norvell doesn't look happy. 1st and 20, ball at the 24. No, this is not 1st and 20. It's a spot foul. So was that 1st and 14, I think. That's going to hand it off up the middle. Makes a guy miss at the 25 and fights forward and brought down around the 28-yard line. That's a gain of about 4. Again, 10-3 is your score if you're just tuning in. Washington State over Colorado State with about 11:20 to go. Mark him at the 28, so 2nd and 11. No, it's not. That's not what in the world. This is so wrong. 2nd and 10. These guys are terrible, whoever's doing the math down there. 2nd and 10 in the shotgun, and somebody jumped. Is it on Colorado State? Is it on Washington State? Again, a lot of flags here. As they're going to discuss this for a little bit here. And I'll just spin in my chair, I guess. False start. That'll back them up 5. So it'll be 2nd and 15 at the 23. Again, Colorado State just getting in their own way, it seems like, with the penalties. Matt, that Mummy, okay. All right, anyway, 2nd and 15 at the 23 in the shotgun. Rousseau hands the ball off up the middle at the 25 and brought down at the 26. That's only a gain of 3. Make it 3rd and 12. That was, well, again, I couldn't tell you. I think that might have been Dupree on the carry. Shouting out Mike Leach here. 3rd and 12 at the 26. They need to get to the 38. Drops back to pass. Heavy pressure. Fires down the left sideline. A lot of contact. I expect to see a flag. And there is none. So very interesting. Well, that's going to force another punt. So if you like punts, well, this is the game for you. Thought there'd be a flag there. Brousseau took another hit and was slung down. So no flag there. And again, there's been a lot of like ticky-tack calls already. So I figured, well, that one for sure. But no, I guess not. So that makes both teams, I'm sure, feel pretty good about it. And there is the punt. And there's a flag down. Great. What else is new? It bounces. Oh, and he touched it, but he does recover it. Trying to get out of the way, but it bounced right to him. Rocker Farm loving it right now. But again, another flag, so I think we'll be here all night. Punt of about 52 yards, but again, I don't know what's going on here. The referee's having a little chat. And he's going to talk with another ref. I don't know. These refs look to be pretty lost to me. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. It's been hit and miss. Actually, more missing. Offside. Okay, it's going to be offside on Washington State. They're going to decline the penalty. All right. Well, yeah, this is a mess. I mean, he's talking with the mic on and all that stuff. All right. Well, it's 10-3. Washington State over Colorado State. 10-10 to go in the second quarter. You have a heart attack. Muff punts are a problem. Yeah, well, I think he was just trying to get out of the way. The ball literally just happened to bounce right to him. That's just unfortunate for him. Luckily, though, he was able to just pounce on it and kind of just, save it. So it was good stuff on him. Tony Freeman. Yeah, there we go. Folks, again, appreciate it. Make sure you get to like and subscribe if you like what you see, folks. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, definitely like and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, appreciate you guys hanging out for this one. Tomorrow, of course, I'll be doing. Why did they decline it? Where was it field? It was 52-yard punt, so it was a pretty good punt. I mean, it got a good bounce and stuff like that. So, and they may have also wanted to decline because it was just taking forever. So, shout out to Colorado State for thinking of the fans. But yeah, again, I'll be back tomorrow for Steelers-Vikings in the morning, of course. I'm a Steelers fan. I usually do cover another game, but tomorrow, another football game, I should say. But tomorrow, since the Mets won, it's forcing some things with baseball teams I have covered on the channel quite a bit. So I will be covering a baseball game in the afternoon, the final regular season baseball game on the channel. And, of course, I'll be covering a lot of playoff baseball as well. So, yeah, definitely like and subscribe if you're a sports fan. Again, this is a sports channel, so if you're a sports fan, definitely like and subscribe. Washington State will take over at their own 22 whenever we are back from the commercial break. Pitt fan as well. Yes, I am a Pitt fan. Again, I don't really, there's nothing to really, brag about or anything like that. So I just, I don't really watch. There's nothing to watch. It's nothing. Blew a lead today. They're up 17-0 on Louisville. They lost. They were up 24-14 on West Virginia with 4 minutes to go last week or 2 weeks ago. They lost. So just absolutely terrible. Showing Washington State legend Ryan Leaf. I'm sure you guys remember him fondly. Gardner Minshew, Cam Ward. Cam Ward was there for a few years. John Mateer for a few years as well. All right, again, 10-10 left to go here in the first half. Washington State will have the ball at their own 22. And that counts today. So far, all right. 6 for 9, 88 yards. So it's 1st and 10 in the pistol. That counts. Wants to begin, but unfortunately there's a flag down. So again, another flag. If you like flags, this is the game for you. False start, and it's going to be on the offense, of course. So that is Lechner. Trey Lechner on the false start, so that'll back him up 5. And they'll start it off, of course, at the 17 now. Backyard brawl is brutal. Yeah, I got to see the end of that. It's like as soon as I ended my stream here, they were up by 10. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and watch the end of that. Get to see them win. As soon as I start watching, they start losing. So I guess I'm the problem in Pittsburgh. 1st and 15 in the shotgun. Eckhouse is going to hand it off up the middle. This is Johnson at the 20, 25, and brought down at the 28. Nice stuff by Johnson. He's been having a nice night. Might not show up on the stat sheet, but he's been tough to bring down. A lot of great QBs last few years that sadly got picked away and won't even get draft credit. Yeah, I know. And that's such a bummer. I think it should be like they're from whoever college they spent the most time at. I feel like that should be what it is, not the most recent. 2nd and 4, ball at the 28. In the shotgun is Eckhouse. Eckhouse hands the ball off. This is Johnson at the 30 and fights forward and gets to the 32. That's a brand new set of downs for Washington State. Good stuff by Johnson. Again, has had a nice night. Not too many carries and opportunities so far, but I can tell that he's not too bad. He's a pretty good back. So 1st and 10 at the Washington State 34. In the shotgun, trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Sending a man in motion, that is Meredith. Eckhouse moving to his right, fires. It's caught by Meredith. Oh, and he took a big hit. And he's saying that he wasn't down. They're blowing it dead. Oh, that'd be interesting if he wasn't down. Yeah, I don't know if he was. Well, it's going to be a gain of 8 or 9 here. Well, they graduated. So 2nd and 1 for the Cougars. If you're a Colorado State fan listening in, you're probably not liking what you're hearing. They were favored by 5.5. Eckhouse in the pistol. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. This is Voorhees in the game as he's going to hand it off to Voorhees. Up the middle, fighting for it, and gets the first down. Brought down around the 47. That's enough for a Cougars first down. Actually going to speed up the game a little bit again. Already an hour here. And in the quarter, really just now having some fluidity here. It's been a lot of stopping with the flags and, just a bunch of stuff. So seeing the game clock move is pretty nice. In the pistol, 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Eckhouse awaiting the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle. He's at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and brought out of bounds at the 7. That is, I couldn't tell you who that is, but it's number 20. What a run. 44-yard gain up the middle, and there's really no one there except the corner. So good play by the Colorado State corner there, number 7, to push him out of bounds. But it just pretty much, it was right up the middle pretty much. Like nothing was there. Was he really down? I don't know. It didn't look like it. It was close. Depending on if the Season are wild. Yes, they are. In the pistol. Trips to the right, tight end in tight to the left. Eckhouse moving to his left, fires. It's caught at the 5, brought down at the 3. That is number 9 on the catch. That was Pulalasi. Okay. Pulalasi was on that huge run. That was a catch by Voorhees. I forgot he's number 9. Pulalasi. There you go. You got it. Pulalasi. 2nd and goal. Eckhouse. In the pistol. They're at the 3. Sending a man in motion. Johnson gets the ball. Trying to fight forward, but he can't. Finding a herd of Rams for a loss of 1. And that'll make it 3rd and goal at the 4. Johnson, as soon as he gets the ball, he runs into one Ram. Trying to break free. Then he finds another, and then another. Just had no chance there. I feel like he probably would have broken free from the first guy if that was all he had to face. Again, Johnson's been very good, at least fighting. I love to see the effort fighting for those extra yards. 3rd and goal. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, tight ends in tight to the left, sending a man in motion. Moving to his right is Eckhouse, firing to the end zone. It is incomplete. Meredith had it in his hands and couldn't make the catch. Oh, that's a tough one. He had it. Nice out route. Broke free, had the step, and again, just flat out dropped it. Actually, his left foot would have been out of bounds anyway. Oh, wow. So they're going to have to settle for 3. Again, this is Jack Stevenson. Made one from 37 earlier. .22-yard attempt. It is up. It is good. 13-3. Washington State over Colorado State with 5:16 left to go here in the first half. Colorado State, despite how they've looked, they have a chance to make it a 1-score game yet again when we come back. Hold on. All right. Appreciate you guys hanging out. And, of course, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. And feel free to chat down below. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. You're trying to arrest a Cougar already? Yeah. Oh, trust me, I understand. I'm a Steelers fan. I totally understand close games and losing games, for sure. That's common. That's common with us. But again, of course, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is a football and a baseball channel, so if you like those two sports, definitely like and subscribe. Of course, thank you to Coffee Beans and Warner Hernandez and Sorry Cat for your support. I really do appreciate you guys. And yes, those are real people, real sponsors. All right. What do we have here? We have Penn State leading 3-0 over Oregon in the second quarter, and Alabama up 14. Georgia just scored. Georgia has just scored So it's going to be a one-score game there in Georgia. That's pretty shocking, though. Again, I thought Georgia would be a clear-cut clear-cut winner here, but it is what it is. All right, Kennesaw State up 21-16 over Middle Tennessee. Old Dominion 14, Liberty 7, Western Michigan 31, Rhode Island 7, Iowa State 22, Arizona 7, Virginia Tech 13, NC State 7, Southern Miss 21, Jacksonville State 3, Western Kentucky 10, Missouri State 9, Memphis 17, Florida Atlantic 16, Missouri 21, Massachusetts 6, San Jose State up over Stanford 13-7, Boise State 21, Appalachian State nothing, South Carolina leading Kentucky 13-10, and Marshall tied with Louisiana 3-3. As far as baseball is concerned, still some baseball races happening. Pirates up 3-1 over the Braves. Twins up 5-0 over the Phillies. Rangers and the Indians / Guardians, whatever you want to call them, 2-2 in that one. Reds up 6-2 over the Brewers. So again, if the Reds win, that is a win-and-in situation for them tomorrow, which is great for me. Yankees 6, Orioles 1, Cubs 7, Cardinals 3, Blue Jays 5, Rays 1, Nationals 6, White Sox 5, Giants 4, Rockies 3, Tigers 2, Red Sox 1. Feel like I've been counting down 6-5, 4-3, 2-1. That was interesting. Mets 5, Marlins nothing. All right. Washington State is back, and they're ready to kick things back off to Colorado State. Googing is snatching defeat from positions in which it's almost impossible to do so, like Miami not league. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. And that's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. What's going on at Penn State? I have no idea. I really thought Oregon would be kind of wrecking them, to be honest with you. I really did. But, it is a whiteout, so Dante Moore, 7 for 11, 36 yards, so clearly not being able to throw it down the field. Very interesting there. All right, Colorado State has the ball at their own 25. In the shotgun is Brousseau. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Brousseau changing it up. Brousseau drops back, looking to his left, fires down the left side. That's going to be way over the head of everybody. Oh, and there's a late flag. Oh, man, that should be holding because there's no way that's interference because that was so uncatchable. Pass interference. Oh, jeez. Oh, again, I don't care. I am a neutral party. But, jeez, again, the referees will just throw the flag at seemingly everything here. Well, tell you what, he did yank the face mask for no reason, it looked like. I don't know if that's what they're going to say. That is interesting. Well, it's a brand new set of downs for Colorado State at the 40 now. In the shotgun, trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right, going left to right on your YouTube screen. Brousseau drops back. He's going to check it down. It's caught at the 44, 45. Nice move. And brought down at the 49. That is number 6 with the catch and run. Very nice initial move to make the first defender miss. So 2nd and 1 coming up for the Rams. Again, very nice move there. Jeez, made that guy look silly. 2nd and 1, they need a yard in the shotgun. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Brousseau awaiting the snap, hands it off, up the middle, and trying to fight forward, but he can't. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That was Dupree on the carry. Lost about a half a yard there. So it's going to be 3rd and a long 1. So far, Colorado State is 0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. So 3rd and a long 1 in the shotgun. Brousseau's not in the game. Direct snap to the backup quarterback trying to fight in, and he can't get there. Tell you what, the near ref gave it a really good spot. I couldn't tell you who that was. It's not Nicolosi. It's another quarterback, number 12. Not familiar with with him. It's going to be close. It's 4th and inches. They need to get to the 50. They're at the 49.5 in the shotgun. This will be interesting. It's a direct snap. He's going to take it, and he's trying to, and he can't. That's a loss of 1, and Washington State holds again. I feel like that was just so obvious. Again, just whenever this quarterback's in the game, I couldn't tell you who it is. Taj Bullock. It just seems like he's going to run the ball every single time. He just snaps and he runs. So, honestly, not setting Bullock up for success there, unless it's foolproof. But so far, it's pretty much 0 for 3. So, Colorado State turns it over on downs. Washington State will have the ball in Colorado State territory at the 48 in the shotgun is Eckhouse. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Eckhouse hands the ball off. Down the right side at the 45 and lowers the shoulder. Tackled at the 42. Gain of about 6. It's your new defense. Bullock, yeah, again, so far tonight, whenever he's in the game, they're showing the replays there. Whenever he's in the game, it's pretty much an obvious run. So, I don't know. It's just letting Washington State run downhill. I don't know if it's a good idea. In the pistol at the 42, Eckhouse awaits the snap, sending a man in motion. Eckhouse hands the ball off up the middle. This is number 3 at the 40, 35. Breaking tackles at the 30. Fighting forward down at the 25. That is Maxwell Woods on the carry. Just a lot of effort there from the running backs of Washington State. And very poor tackling by Colorado State. So, again, if you're a Colorado State fan, you're not having a good time. Maybe it's the uniforms that are throwing off the team. I'm not too sure. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it looks like they're going to take it to the 2-minute warning. They were sending a lot of people in motion there, but I didn't really think they're going to do anything because, 2-minute warning here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Washington State 13, Colorado State 3. They, of course, will step away. I will be right here. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like football, if you like baseball, whatever, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. Yeah, I don't know how familiar you are, but we have a whole new staff, over 70 players. Yeah, I did not know that. I'm not familiar with most of the teams that I've covered in college football. I can kind of show you, again, what I've really done earlier today. Did Bowling Green in Ohio. Last week did Boise State, did Cal and San Diego State, Boise State Air Force, North Texas Army. That was pretty good streams. Really good week last week. Really good week the week prior as well. Utah, Wyoming actually was my best stream ever. And then Buffalo and Kent State, that one. And then, Jacksonville State and Liberty. I think that was the only game I did that day. I think I did baseball that day as well. And then the first week, Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. So, again, I bounce around when it comes to college football. I think I did another one as well. Did I not? Am I tripping here? Did I not add that? Or did I? There's no way I got rid of that. Oh, yeah, no. Miami of Ohio, Wisconsin. Yeah, that one. Not as successful. So, again, appreciate you guys, though, for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So, again, I call games. I try to, when it's college football, I try to get games that might not receive the same coverage as the other games. So, that's pretty much my strategy for that. For the NFL, of course, it's Steelers games. And then, of course, I do another game usually every weekend. Tomorrow I'm not going to do that. It's just the Steelers game and a baseball game because it's a win-and-in situation for teams that I've covered pretty much not the entire year, but for the most part. So might have a good crowd. We'll see. I know I'm competing with NFL, so that'll be pretty tough. But yeah, again, if you're a sports fan, definitely like and subscribe. Again, it's a growing channel. It really is. So definitely like and subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. All right, 2-minute warning. We're about to exit here. So far, again, what's happening? Oregon, they are still down 3-0 to Penn State. Alabama leading Georgia 14-7. I respect the love for smaller schools. Most creators cover the high-profile ones for potential viewership. Yeah, I'm just starting out, so I'm just trying to see what works best for me. So far, I've had a lot of success with some Group of 5 schools. I really have. So, going to keep it going. In the pistol is Eckhouse. Moving to his right. Fires to the end zone. It is incomplete. He had it in his hands. That was some great coverage there, but he had it in his hands, could not make the catch. That is number 0, the intended target. Wow, that would have been a catch. That would have been a very nice catch. Freeman could not hold on to it. Coverage was all over him, by the way. Very interesting that it wasn't called there. And then, Eckhouse took a shot at the end of that one. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 24. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Eckhouse moving to his right. Fires. It's caught by Freeman at the 22. 20 cuts inside at the 15. 10 brought down at the 4. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Cougars. The clock has stopped, of course, temporarily unless someone called a timeout. Very nice catch and run by Freeman, making the guy miss again. Colorado State, you really shouldn't. If you were a Colorado State fan and you were watching what I've watched, it has not been good effort. Just be honest, again, I have no dog in this fight. I'm a neutral party. But yeah, it's been rough. Tomorrow I'm on away day for my local basketball club here in Germany. Oh, you're in Germany. Leave us up. Okay, appreciate you, Rocker. Thank you again. You're a legend for that, as it looks like Washington State's going to have to call a timeout. So, yeah, they're going to have to call a timeout. It looks like they let the play clock go down to 0. They didn't see that. I don't know. All right, they're going to step away. 1:16 left to go here in the first half. 13-3 over Colorado State. How many drops? It's been a lot. It's been a good bit. More than you'd think. So, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure you get to like and subscribe. You can kind of see the one-sided thing that I'm talking about here. Washington State, 241 total yards. Colorado State only at 121. That counts 9 for 14. 121 yards and a touchdown. Brousseau, 4 for 6, 51 yards. As far as on the ground, again, the Washington State has 120 on the ground. Very good stuff. Pulasi, 1 carry, 45. Johnson, 6 for 28. Woods, 2 for 24. Voorhees, 3 for 12. Eckhouse, 4 for 11. For Colorado State, Dupree, 7 for 42. Marshall, 2 for 28. Kinnard, 1 for 6. Avant, 2 for 5. Bullock, 3 for -8. 1st and goal at the 5. In the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. No, he's going to toss it to Johnson. Johnson at the 10. The 5 brought down at the 2. It was like a RPO. He kept it at the last second. It was looking to run it. Then he just tosses it to Johnson. Would have been a loss on the play, but Johnson able to use the speed to get something out of nothing. So that's a gain of about 3, as my scoreboard just likes to move everywhere. So I apologize, guys. It just likes to go everywhere, up and down the screen. 2nd and goal. They're using the field goal cam, but no field goal is actually being attempted here. 1:09 left to go in the first half. Eckhouse in the shotgun. Trips to the right. Eckhouse moving to his right. Fires. It's caught. No! Oh, Meredith just couldn't make the catch. Or was it just... Let me look at this again. I thought it went right through his hands. No. It just flat out did. It was a drop at the 1. He would have walked into the end zone. Oh, my goodness. Washington State just can't seem to punch it in right now. 3rd and goal in the pistol. 2 receivers left, tight ends in tight. Meredith in motion. Eckhouse moving to his right, firing to his left, wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State Cougars. Who is this? Falai, the tight end, just wide open. Eckhouse, all the motion going to the right. He's looking to the right. Then he fires it to the left. One guy on that side of the field, just wide open, chilling in the back of the end zone. So it's 19-3, pending the extra point. Teammate here in Gutigan played basketball for Gonzaga. Oh, that's neat. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. 20-3, Washington State over Colorado State. So I got into college sports, basketball mainly, but fell in love with college football. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get it. Well, they did. Hammer doesn't like it. Hammer not liking what he's seeing right now. Oh, I'm sorry, Hammer. Colorado State, it looks bad. They do not look like they're playing with any effort. I mean, that's not good. Just flat out wide open in the back of the end zone, fooling Colorado State. Hopefully, me personally, I like close games, so I'd love to see a nice second effort by Colorado State here in the second half, or maybe at the end of this one, show some life here. But yeah, I mean, it's been all Washington State. 7 plays, 48 yards, 2 minutes, 15 off the clock. Still getting used to us actually using tight ends after more than a decade of air raid. Oh, well, hey. I mean, they haven't really done much so far in this game, but hey, there's a touchdown by one of them, as that's going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. Showing here, Jimmy Rogers, linebacker at South Dakota State. Oh, that's what it was. SD State was South Dakota State. Okay, I thought it was San Diego State. That is what messed with me for sure. So, Jimmy Rogers, the former coach at South Dakota State. There we go. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Brousseau steps up, is going to check it down. No, he can't even do that. It was just tipped at the line, incomplete. It does not look good if you're a Colorado State fan. Again, it's just not good. They got to score before the half, or I'm calling it a loss. Yeah, I don't blame you. They're down by 3. Even a field goal makes it a 2-score game. You'd take that at least. But it looks pretty bad. In the shotgun, Brousseau drops back. Fires, it's caught at the 26 and immediately brought down. Number 10 on the catch. And I don't know if Washington State called the timeout. They're hungry. Unless this was Colorado State calling timeout. That would be very interesting. Yeah, Washington State calling a timeout. They're hungry for more. I'd be happy if I could start laying in my bed when the fourth quarter starts. Clock just hit 3 a.m. and our bus leaves at 11 a.m. Oh, man. Well, I guess you probably want this to be a blowout then. Norvell's on the hot seat. He's got to be at this point. I thought, again, when all this Colorado versus Colorado State stuff happened, I'm like, oh, well, hey, this guy seems like a pretty good guy to play for and stuff like that. And I saw how Colorado State played. They played physical. They were a very physical team and very trying to intimidate Colorado. They weren't intimidated. I'm like, man, this Colorado State team isn't too shabby. Last year, they're okay, I guess. So far, not so good in this one. 3rd and 8. Brousseau drops back, steps up. He's going to take off a run. He's at the 30, lowering the shoulder, fighting forward. Does get the first down. You got to like the effort there. Not exactly fast, but he's a big guy. And was able to get the first down. 1st and 10 at the 36. Brousseau Takes snap. Oh, man, that's a free man. Oh, he's going to take off and run. He's at the 40, lowering the shoulder again at the 45. That's close to the first down. I don't know if they're going to give it to him or not. He did not, so it's going to be second and short. Looks like they are going to call a timeout. So Brousseau doing a good job here. Not exactly the fastest guy in the world, but he's not sliding. He's diving head first. That's something you got to like whenever you're looking at a quarterback. If we were to win today, you'd be 2-0 in future conference games. Oh, nice. I forgot. I went over that earlier. Who in the world did you guys play? Who in the world? I can click on you guys, but I'll save that for... I'll just do it now. Why not? Let's see. San Diego State. Gotcha. All right, 2nd and 1 at the 45. They just need a yard for a first down. Still, I don't know, probably about 25, 30 yards away from field goal range. Don't really know the range of the kicker, but you got to assume you got to get it pretty close in the shotgun. Brousseau drops back. Heavy pressure. Fire's going to check it down at the 40. 45 got the first down and brought down at the 47. That was Dupree on the catch. That'll stop the clock temporarily. But again, they gotta line up here. Dupree's kind of chilling there. I don't know what happened. They're going to have to burn a timeout. Oh, man. Color commentators saying the exact same thing. You would like to see them go back to the line of scrimmage, but I don't know what in the world happened. So, again, I don't know what in the world. If you're Colorado State, you can't like what you're listening to tonight. Are there any Colorado State fans? So far, I don't think I've seen one. I mean, I've been talking here to Rocker Farm. It's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure for sure. I know JJ here. If you're still listening, JJ, again, thank you. I know you seem to be a Washington State fan. I don't know if there's any Colorado State fans. Of course, again, feel free to chat down below, guys. I try to respond to as many comments as possible, especially during timeouts, commercial breaks. You know, that is definitely, hey, you guys are my color guy pretty much when it comes to this. I'm the play-by-play. You guys are my color guy. 1st and 10 at the 47. In the shotgun is Brousseau. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Brousseau drops back. Steps up, fires to the right. It is caught at the 38, driven backwards. But again, he's going to have the first down. The clock will stop. It's at 17 seconds. Colorado State has one timeout. They got to line up. The clock is moving. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Drops back to pass. Steps up. Fires. It's caught. Good stuff. That's going to get a first down. The clock's going to stop temporarily. I imagine they're going to call a timeout. Very good stuff by Brousseau and the Rams as they get the ball down to the 28. So good stuff by Colorado State. Triscott, you're working. It's the weekend. I guess you're grading papers. You took Colorado State. Oh, that's tough, Joey. That is tough. Same thing. Hammer took it earlier, too. Hammer took Colorado State. Not exactly happy. So I have to imagine, again, they're going to go ahead and kick a field goal. Hankins, the kicker, he made one from 50. But, again, you still want to, college, you don't know how good he actually is. Can't believe how poor the Panthers played this guy. Yeah, no, they're bad. All right, this is a 44-yard attempt from the right hash. He's a lefty. The kick is up. It's fading, and it's not good. He just missed it. So it's a 3-score game. I think he rushed the kick for some reason. Well, that's the score. It's 20-3 at halftime. Washington State over Colorado State. Jeez, Jay Norvell doesn't look happy, except for that UNT game where season looked good so far. Won the battle for Palouse, sent them walking the 8-mile distance. Walk of shame. Yeah. It's not over yet. No, that is true, Brandon. Right now, though, it's looking rough for Colorado State, so I'd like to see them just come out and look much better in the second half because, again, I like close games for multiple reasons. One, it's more entertaining. Two, it's actually good for the channel. People will tune in for a for a close game. Who gets the ball starting at the third? Oh, my gosh. Washington State. Washington State. I just got bailed out there by the field there. That's going to show up on the screen here. So it's halftime. Again, feel free to do what you guys got to do. I'll be right here, of course. I'll chill out and hang out with you guys. I'll go over some scores. Here in my classroom, had to paint a pickleball and badminton court to regulation specs. Oh, that's cool. What channel is this on? CBS Sports Network, Brandon. It's on CBS Sports Network. Again, Washington State up 20-3. Colorado State favored by 5.5 to start this one out. As you can see there, not looking good. It has not looked good at all. All right, let's see what we got here. As far as stats for these two teams, Eckhouse, 10 for 16, 123 and a touchdown. For Colorado State, Brousseau was 8 for 11, 81 yards. Washington State, Pulalasi, 1 carry, 45 yards. Johnson, 7 for 31. Woods, 2 for 24. Voorhees, 3 for 12. Eckhouse, 4 for 11. Colorado State, Dupree, 7 for 42. Marshall, 2 for 28. Brousseau, 2 for 18. Kennard, 1 for 6. Avant, 2 for 5. Bullock is 3 for -8 yards. Again, every time he's been in the game 3 times, and they've ran it all 3 times, and it just hasn't worked. So, yeah, they should not do that anymore because it's obvious what they're going to do with them. Washington State receiving, Meredith 3 for 37. Noga 1 for 35. Freeman 1 for 19. Voorhees 3 for 19. Wright 1 for 11. Falai, I think that's Falai, probably Falai, 1 for 2 and a touchdown. I feel like we're missing a touchdown here. I might be wrong. All right, Marshall 1 for 25. Winfield 1 for 14. Ross 1 for 14. Avant 1 for 12. Lanier 2 for 12. Dupree 1 for 2. Mayer 1 for 2. Marshall lost the ball. He fumbled. Let's see here. I feel like, will this have it more accurate? Yeah, no. I think that was, Noga has the touchdown. So, he is, Eckhouse has 2 touchdowns. Noga has 1. I thought it was Noga. I just wasn't sure. Yeah, the CBS Sports Network. Southern Miss is beating Jackson State. It's about Jacksonville State. Red's doing good. Last time I checked, it's going to be a win and in situation. So, Nate, I will be covering them tomorrow. So that will be pretty fun. So, yes, I won't be covering the NFL. I will be covering the Steelers game in the morning because that is the Dublin game, but I'll be covering baseball in the afternoon. Reds and Brewers. If the Reds win, they are in. If the current result holds. Now, if the Reds lose tonight, they will win. They have to win, and then they need a Mets loss. So again, a lot of stuff happening in the baseball world. But yes, the Reds currently leading 7-3 over the Brewers. Rangers and the Indians tied at 2 apiece. As far as college football, again, this is brought to you by Coffee Beans, Saria Cat, and Eduardo Hernandez. Again, these guys, sponsors of the channel. Appreciate you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. It's been pretty neat. Pretty neat to know that you guys have just been so awesome. All right, so let's go to the scores first that we want to know. Oregon and Penn State 3-3. Defensive battle. They're showing actually the highlights right here, showing Aller firing over the middle. It was caught, but then they only got a field goal. And then Moore on a 4th and 1, firing it 20 yards down the field. It was caught. They'd have to settle for 3. So 3-3 there. Alabama up 17-14 over Georgia. Alabama does have the ball. This is a huge game. If Alabama doesn't win this game, potentially falling outside of the top 25 would be interesting. I doubt they would. I still think they'd probably get like number 25 or something like that. But that'd just be weird to see Alabama with, like in the 20s. All right, Kennesaw State 24, Middle Tennessee 16. I really like that our coaches saw that they have to rebuild the roster more to fit their playing style of play and kept us past based on early season after early season struggles. We haven't had much adaptability. Now, again, like I said, you guys look really good tonight. Colorado State does not. They do not look good. Old Dominion 21, Liberty 7, Western Michigan 44, Rhode Island 14, Iowa State 29, Arizona 7, NC State 14, Virginia Tech 13, Southern Miss 28, Jacksonville State 3. Western Kentucky is up 10-9 over Missouri State. Missouri State, though, has the ball. Memphis 17, Florida Atlantic 16. Missouri up 21-6 over Massachusetts, so that was nice while that lasted. San Jose State up over Stanford 20-14. Boise State 24, Appalachian State 7. South Carolina 21, Kentucky 10. Louisiana Marshall tied at 10 apiece. Louisiana Tech and UTEP tied at 0 apiece. And only one more game for the FBS level tonight. BYU at Colorado. That should be a good one. BYU hopefully wins. I don't really hate watch Colorado as much anymore, but I still pull for anyone playing Colorado. I'm not going to lie. Wasn't UMass already at 12 before? They may have taken a score off, I guess. I'm assuming. I thought they were as well. All right, final scores from earlier. Ohio State 24, Washington 6, Ole Miss 24, LSU 19. That was a pretty close game there. Texas A&M 16, Auburn 10, Indiana 20, Iowa 15, Tennessee 41, Mississippi State 34, Georgia Tech 30, Wake Forest 29, Vanderbilt 55, Utah State 35, Illinois 34, USC 32, Notre Dame 56, Arkansas 13, Minnesota 31, Rutgers 28, Duke 38, Syracuse 3, Louisville 34, Pittsburgh 27, Cincinnati 37, Kansas 34, Kansas State 34, UCF 20, North Texas 36, South Alabama 22, Ohio over Bowling Green 35-20, Central Michigan 24, Eastern Michigan 13, James Madison 35, Georgia Southern 10, Yale Monroe 28, Arkansas State 16, Northwestern 17, UCLA 14. What a season for UCLA. They are 0-4, by the way. California 28, Boston College 24, Baylor 45, Oklahoma State 27, Utah over West Virginia 48-14, UConn 20, Buffalo 17, San Diego State 6, Northern Illinois 3, Navy 21, Rice 13, Toledo 45, Akron 3, Miami of Ohio 38, Lindenwood 0, New Mexico 38, New Mexico State 20, Hawaii 44, Air Force 35, and Tulane over Tulsa 31-14. And, of course, happening in the other Thursday and Friday, East Carolina over Army 28-6. Florida State falls to Virginia 46-38. Arizona State 27, TCU 24, Houston 27, Oregon State 24. Cannot believe that 83-84 wins makes the playoffs in the NL. Yeah, it's pretty shocking, to be honest with you, but I still think that any of the teams that get in have a shot at winning it all for the NL. I really do. The NL is so good because, I mean, looking at it from this point of view, the Mets have the talent. The Reds are just, they're that underdog team. But, yeah, if the Reds can get in, that means they would have beaten, these teams. They would have beaten the Dodgers in L.A. Then they will have to go on the road. Well, not on the road, but they would have to play, I think, the Phillies. And, of course, they'll have home field advantage, but obviously it flip-flops. But, I mean, if they beat the Phillies, then, just you never know. Phillies pretty good. That's still my pick. But, again, I think anyone in the NL can win it. Got to say, at one point, if he continues like this, there needs to be a biopic for. Yeah, no, Indiana is really good. I mean, that was a pretty big win. Felt bad for Iowa. Was that their first loss of the year? I think it was. I could be wrong. Where in the world was it? Yeah, second loss. First Big Ten loss. 3-2 for Iowa. It looked bad. I saw the ending of that game as well. That was not good for Iowa. Iowa could not complete a pass. I can't believe they don't know how to find a quarterback. They just can't do it. Oh, man. But again, folks, I'll be back tomorrow. In case you guys are football fans, I'll be covering The Steelers and Vikings tomorrow, and then a baseball game. Eat the compass. I can't believe that the Rockies managed to win 40 games. They were bad this year. They were worse than last year's White Sox team. Yeah, I'm surprised too, to be honest with you. 43 and 118. A minus 420 run differential. They allowed over 1,000 runs. I don't know how you do that. That is video game stuff there, folks. That is amazing. And, of course, my Pirates have a worse offense than them, too. The only team in the league that'll probably finish with, unless the Rockies, don't score 3 runs tomorrow, which I think is doable. The Pirates were the only team to not score 600 runs. But, yeah, the Rockies were pretty bad. Eat the compass. It was pretty bad. They got the quarterback our head coach had at South Dakota State. Yeah, I know, Gronowski. I thought Gronowski would be good, but he didn't play today. I think they've seen enough of Gronowski, so yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I don't know. Iowa's literally the Steelers of the NFL or of NCAA. So yeah, I know. The Pirates are bad. Rockies. Who do the Rockies have again? I can't remember. They have the Giants. The Giants are a good pitching team in San Francisco, too. It's tough to score runs there. So, still halftime, by the way, folks. If you guys are just hanging out, this is pretty much what I'm doing. Again, if you do enjoy the play-by-play, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, it's a growing channel, folks. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs. 2 months ago at 340, and now we're over 1,000. In fact, we're over 1,100. So we're rising on up. So we definitely hit that mark. If you get 1,000, apparently, if you get 1,000 within 12 months, you have a shot to be very successful on YouTube. So we have crushed that, and we're just looking for some more at this point. So, yeah, we're hopeful for the best. I just hear from other Wazoo fans, the Mariners seem to be good. Yeah, they're doing right. They're doing well. The Rockies might be able to score negative runs tomorrow. There we go. Hey, look at that. Wasn't he injured? I think he was, but I don't know. I think from what I have an Iowa fan that is subbed to the channel. He says Gronowski was terrible. But we can actually check that out right now. Mark Gronowski. We can check that out. Okay, it doesn't want me to. Yeah, he is injured still. But yeah, I was told he was just not good. He was terrible. But I could be wrong. Let me check if I can find. I see his stats, but I want to see. I guess I can click on that. That is not what I wanted to look at. Okay, do we not have? I guess we can click on that. I don't know if it'll have his stats from the previous years. It probably won't because it's what I want, so they're not going to give it to me. Oh, well, look at that. Okay, well, all right. He 49 for 81, 60% completion, only 10 yards an attempt, 6 yards. Oh, 10 yards completion, 6 yards an attempt. That's not very good, to be honest. Worst season as a collegiate quarterback. Already has 46 carries. Geez, only 3 yards a carry. Yeah, again, it's just a different animal when you make that jump. I thought he'd do well. I thought, oh wow, this is a really good get, but ended up not being the case. But it is early, but the competition's only going to get tougher from here on out. So he got hurt. Yeah, but it's just, I don't know, it doesn't look all that good. But I can tell you the guy in there today was not good. The Pirates were 4-2 against the Dodgers, 3-3 against the Phillies, 6-7 against the Reds, but 3-10 versus the Cubs and 3-10 versus the Brewers. Yep, that sounds about right. 4-2 versus the Mets. Yep, we swept the Mets in Pittsburgh. Yep. But again, folks, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. Trying again to respond to as many comments. Can't believe Eckhouse has not started all year. Understand he wanted to go with someone would be there for 3 years, but the Cougar offense looks completely different. They look good tonight, JJ. They look really good tonight. I'm very impressed. Very balanced, very efficient. And again, Colorado State, though, that's something to be, I don't know if it is Colorado State or not, because, again, they look, just watching them, just a lot of broken tackles by Washington State. Colorado State's just not playing with a lot of effort tonight. So I don't know what's going on. I think that's more of an Iowa thing. Yeah, you might be right about that. That's a fair point. Triscates the Brewers, of course. Showing some highlights from the other games. I think Iowa State, again, they're kind of taking care of business against Arizona. Yeah, 29-7 with 3 in the third quarter. Well, he wanted to run his run-based offense, saw that didn't work, and adapted. Just showing off the emojis. Again, I only have these amount of emojis because the more members I get, the more emojis I can add. And I want to try to get, like, all the sports teams. That would be so cool. That is something I want to do. Did I just go away? No, it didn't. Colorado State is making a lot of teams look good this season. Yeah, they don't look good tonight. I don't know what's going on. I thought they would be a little bit more impressive. So it looks like we are about to head back in a few minutes. So again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you have to head out. But again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. NFL, college football. This is what I do. So again, make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. And again, I'll be doing the Steelers and the Vikings tomorrow. So definitely make sure to do that. Potter would be better for it. I guess just sit in the bench for now. Got to get back to Gamecast. Gonna check over some scores again. I won't announce them. I'll just look unless there's something amazing happening. Alabama is at the Georgia 13. That is interesting. Oregon, Penn State still. I mean, it's 3-3. That's interesting. Just not much happening there. Just defense, or bad offense, or both. Let's see who else is on. Just want to see refresh this. Got a lot of people on. Rising Rhinos on. It's got the Canadian Football League play-by-play with JJ. Probably got the Phillies. Yep, Phillies Mariners. I don't know if that game is over. Is it over? I can't remember. Doing Alabama and Georgia. Go Stros. Doing his Astros Angels. That game has yet to start, right? I think that's about to start. Let me double check. Yeah, there's not many games on. Okay, so Phillies have already played. So he's just hanging out. The Astros, that's about to start in a few minutes. Okay. I was wondering. Okay. Potter's also experience adversity will make him better in the long run. Yeah, that should. If he's mentally tough, it should. Surprised by Washington's defense. They looked on a whole different level than it last week when we played them. I saw a little bit of that game, and I don't know. I feel like some coaching decisions impacted that game for sure. They had a chance. I know earlier they were up 3-0. They were driving. They decided to. So it was a fourth down. It was around the 20-yard line or something. They decided to go for it. It was a fake field goal, and that pretty much changed the momentum of the game. You know, it was really just dumb. I don't know why in the world you take your points in a low-scoring game. You do not get greedy. Go with the flow of the game. Read the game. Every game tells its own story. It's a different game, and that was just dumb. You kick the field goal there. You're up 6 points, and even if Ohio State does go down the field and score, I mean, you're still only down a point. Again, it's a whole different attitude than being down 7-3. And from that point on, it was just all Ohio State. It was just stupid. I just hate it when coaches, again, are dumb. I hate dumb. I hate dumb players. I hate dumb coaches. I don't like dumb decisions. I don't know. That just bothers me. I've watched football for too long, and you should just, again, you should know the feeling of the game. You're there. You should be able to see, you know what, points are hard to come by today. You know, we should probably just go ahead and take the 3 and just keep our defense, keep the momentum going, keep it going. Now you just, again, that shifted the momentum of the game, and Washington got wrecked after that. It was just dumb. But I know I think differently than other people, so there's that. I have to jet, but Zigo Cougs 81 grad here. Great sports desk up. This is great sportscast doc. Subscribe. Thank you, JJ. You are a legend. Thank you very much for subscribing. Hopefully, again, I try to cover these teams that might not receive the same amount of love. Hopefully, it works out to where I can cover another Washington State game. So again, thank you for checking on in, sir, and you have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. As Colorado State does indeed kick things off back to Washington State, and that is out of the end zone for a touchback. So 20-3 is your score here in Fort Collins, Washington State, all over Colorado State. All right, 1st and 10 at the 25 for Washington State. Again, they have a 17-point lead, but, there's no lead is secure as he's in the shotgun. Eckhouse, looks like that's Voorhees to his left. And he's going to hand off to Voorhees up the middle, and he's going to get a couple. Lowering the head, lowering the shoulder for a hard-fought gain of 3. Talking about how these teams will be in the same conference next year. So these guys will be very familiar with each other going forward. 2nd and 7, ball at the 28. Eckhouse in the shotgun. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Eckhouse drops back, looking over. It is caught at the 33 and immediately dropped. So that's a gain of 5. That's a 5-yard catch by Woods, and that'll make it 3rd and manageable. If you accept to play for our coach, you got to be tough. Rumors say it's no nonsense and tough love in recruiting already. Absolutely love it. He mentioned the difference in resources between UW and WSU, and apologized the next day for giving a possibility of this creating a toxic mentality. Yeah. It is true, though. It is definitely different. Big Ten money and then Pac-12 money, completely different. 3rd and 2 in the pistol. Trips to the left, tight end in tight to the right, sending a man in motion. Hands the ball off up the middle for he's trying to fight forward, and he cannot get there. That is a gain of a yard. It's going to be 4th and 1. I doubt Washington State would punt. I just don't see that happening. Again, Colorado State very excited about that. They needed that, and they need to get their blood going. They need to get stuff happening over there because it has been a rough game so far, but a good sign early, holding Washington State to a 3-and-out. As here is the punt. About a 52-yard punt, fielded at the 14. He's at the 15, the 20, 25, and brought down around the 28-yard line. Nice return there. So Colorado State will have the ball at the 28. We're talking about Jackson Brousseau's looked all right. Had some moments, but again, he's also taking a beating. And some of these throws, the misses have been wildly inaccurate. The Wheatfield underdogs. Yeah, underdog mentality. I always, when it comes to the big games and all that, I'll pull for the underdog for sure. 1st and 10 in the pistol. Dupree to Brousseau's right. Brousseau hands it off to Dupree. Up the middle at the 30. Trying to fight forward, and he's brought down at around the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Norvell yelling into the mic. I'm assuming he's calling plays. 2nd and 7 for Colorado State at the 32. In the shotgun. Brousseau hands it off to Dupree. Dupree fighting forward, breaking 2 tackles, breaking 3 tackles, and brought down at the 37-yard line. I tell you what, that was a hard-fought gain of 4. Dupree trying, and he's moving those legs and just moving forward. So 3rd and 2, ball at the 38. They need to get, 37. They need to get to the 39 for a brand new set of downs. Brousseau in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, going left to right on your YouTube screen. Brousseau drops back. Pump fakes, moving to his left. He's going to take off and run, and he's going to get the first down as he walks out of bounds at the 41. That's a gain of 4, and the Rams got a first down. It's been hard to get those, first downs for Colorado State. Interesting play call there. I'm not too sure because a lot of short routes. Nothing really to stretch the field. 1st and 10 at the 41 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Play action. Brousseau steps up. Now moving to his right. Throws to his left. It's caught by Dupree at the 45. Ooh, took a big hit from behind at the 48. He's slow to get up. Yeah, oh man, that was a hit. Get them off the field. Nope, not happening right now, at least for the moment. 2nd and 3 for Colorado State. And had a nice drive at the end of the first half, but, before that really was nothing. But maybe they can keep it going. 2nd and 3 at the 48. They need to get to the other 49 for a brand new set of downs in the shotgun. Brousseau drops back. Steps up, heavy pressure, escapes it. Now he's going to take off and run. He took a hit at the end of that one. But he does get the first down. That's a gain of 4. Brousseau is not fast. I want to make that perfectly clear. This is, he is not fast at all. But I'll tell you what, he is still taking off and running and making, some smart runs. He doesn't rely on it, but he will take off when he needs to. 1st and 10 at the 48 in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Brousseau hands the ball off up the middle at the 45, fighting forward at the 42, brought down at the 41. Not too sure that is number 25. I think that might be Collins, I think that's Collins. I think I know him from the college football game. I honestly think that's where I know him. There is an injured Ram, though, down on the field. That's Tanner Morley. So it looks like there is an injury timeout. 20-3, Washington State leads Colorado State, but Colorado State is driving. Injury, though, on the play, so they'll step away. I, of course, will be right here. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. That like button, very helpful for small channels like mine. And, of course, if you're a football fan, baseball fan, whatever fan, definitely like and subscribe because this is what I do, folks. I call games. So hopefully you like the NFL. Hopefully you like college football and MLB because if you do, you should be subscribed. Again, it's a growing channel, folks. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs, now we're over 1,000. Crossed that mark this past Saturday. So, again, we're a growing channel. Hop on the train because it is potentially a very successful channel in the future. So, definitely like and subscribe to be part of this. All right, and, of course, again, thank you to all the members and donors. Appreciate you guys so much. Coffee Beans, Eduardo Hernandez, and Sorry Cat are the Scoreboard sponsors. So definitely thank you guys so much. Haven't had a flag in a while. Yeah, I know. The game has went a little bit smoother in the process. And, Colorado State hasn't looked bad since that has happened. So there's that. Again, a lot of flags earlier, and Colorado State just couldn't stop themselves from committing those penalties. All right, so let's just check out again. We'll check out some scores here. The big scores. Alabama up 24-14 over Georgia. I am shocked by that myself. I really thought Georgia would just pummel Alabama, but Alabama has come to play. Penn State is driving there at the Oregon 37 as they're beginning the second half. 3-3 there in State College, Pennsylvania. 3-3 Oregon, Penn State. Let's see here. Iowa State 36, Arizona 7. Let's see. Blowouts. No, nothing. Virginia Tech 20, NC State 14. San Jose State up 20-14 over Stanford. Boise State 24, Appalachian State 7. South Carolina up 28-10 over Kentucky. Looks like he was helped off the field, so hopefully he'll be okay. Do you prefer water polo? Do you call water polo? No, I do not call water polo. I don't think I would do that unless I'm doing the Olympics. That's the only way. So, yeah, hopefully, when is the next Olympics? I can't remember. Is it 20? Well, I actually don't remember when the next Olympics is. 12, 16, 20, 24. I guess 28. I don't remember it happening at 24, though. I must have missed it. I must have missed last year's. I don't remember it at all. Did you see Notre Dame fake punt earlier? No, I did not. I'll have to check it out. 2nd and 2 at the 40 in the shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. And he's got the first down. Breaks a tackle at the 25-20. Brought down around the 16, but there is a flag. I think it may have been a face mask. Oh, man, Colorado State looking really good now here in the second half. Again, at the end of the first half, had a nice drive, and that seems to have carried over here in the second half. But again, there is a flag, and we were just talking about how there's no flags. As long as none of the Rams have punched an official, I'll call it discipline. Jeez, Looks like they're going to say there's no flag on the play, but of course the play will stand. So first down, Colorado State. Was in Paris last year where they wanted to reclaim the basketball title. I don't think they did. I don't think that. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. I didn't really watch too much of last year's Olympics. That's right. I remember all that now. Okay, I apologize. It wasn't the 16. It was at the 22. I guess I jumped the gun there. 1st and 10 at the 22. Brousseau, play action. Moving to his right. Heavy pressure. Is just going to have to throw it out of bounds as the guy tried to make a catch on the sideline, but looked very unathletic when trying to make that catch. That was pretty bad. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Rams. Brousseau was hit pretty hard by Stevenson, I believe. USA won, but they sweated heavily. Yeah. I cheer for the USA for the most part. You know, I'm obviously proud of my country, but sometimes I get a little tired of some stuff. 2nd and 10 in the shotgun. Brousseau, play action, steps up, looking to his left, fires to his left, caught at the 15, and is brought down at the 10. That was a tight end there, number 81. Who was that? Again, I couldn't tell you the name because they don't have names on the back of these alternate jerseys. Colorado State wearing the white out, or the white, the Colorado State flag jerseys. Well, they look nice. I just prefer the green and gold. I think that's pretty good. So 1st and goal. Looks like they're gonna. Oh wow! So they're gonna not give him the first down there. Looks like his knee was down. I don't know what down it is. It's 1st and something at the 12 or not. Looks like Bullock's going to take the direct snap. And like I said earlier, Bullock, whenever he's in the game, it's clear and obvious that he's going to run the ball. It's pretty obvious to me that Colorado State needs to mix it up if Bullock's in the game. You got to throw it every now and then. You can't just have him take the ball and run. And again, Colorado State fans were booing because it's like they can see it. I can see it, but apparently the coaching staff can't see it. That's a loss of 2 on the play. So it was 1st and 10 at the 12. They marked him down at the 12 apparently. 2nd and 12 at the 14 in the shotgun. Trips to the right, tight end in, tight to the left. Oh, you guys are chatting. I'll have to back up here in the comments. Brousseau drops back, fires to the end zone. It is incomplete. Oh, there's a late flag. Oh, talk about as little contact as possible, and the safety is letting the official know about it. Oh, but man, it's going to be at the 1. USA won. Okay, let's see. Only reason I remember the Olympics was because of Nyjah Houston for skateboarding. I don't remember that. And they had the the Australian break dancer. That's right. Have Colorado State managed to burn all their second half time? No, they have not. They have all 3. Okay, so they're going to say the pass was uncatchable, which it was. And as far as contact goes, it really wasn't that much. Oh, the Turkish shark. Yes, dude. That guy was a menace. 2nd place, and he doesn't use all that stuff. That was pretty cool. Unlocked a memory. Yeah, no, that was neat. The new Sodrift. Is this what they are? I thought this was the Colorado State flag things, but that might be what they're called. 3rd and 12 in the shotgun, sending a man in motion, trips to the right, one receiver to the left. Brousseau drops back, steps up, heavy pressure. He's going to take off and run. He's at the 10, lowering the shoulder, brought down around the 7-yard line. He's going to be well short of the line to gain. And this will be interesting. Again, I don't know. It's a tough one. You probably should kick the field goal. You probably don't want to, but at least it gets you 2 scores. All right, let's see here again. I've been trying to catch up here on the chat. They probably set up the bomb for later on when he's in. They'll sneak. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. 4th and 5, they're going to go for it. Here on 4th and 5, they need to get to the 2 for a brand new set of downs. This is a risky play call. In the shotgun, Brousseau, heavy pressure. He's going to take off and run. That was a mistake as down he goes. Sack. I was complimenting Brousseau earlier. He took off when he needed to. That time he took off because he wanted to, and the Cougars made him pay for it. That's a turnover on downs, and it's still a 3-score game. Again, that's why I'm like, you probably don't want to, but you really should kick the field goal here. They don't. They pay for it. 1st down, Cougars. Blue Jays fever, Colts, Niners. Oh, man, that sounds like a busy day. That is tough. No DPI. No, there wasn't. There's a turnover on downs. Jeez. So, folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you do enjoy the experience tonight, I tried to do the classic radio-style voice broadcast type of thing. Make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Norvell be expected to be fired. What a weird call. It was. I like I said, you probably don't want to kick the field goal, but you need to kick the field goal. Now, all that momentum that you've had is gone. And yeah, that is tough. Again, Brousseau, I just complimented him earlier. Again, he was not running. Yeah, he's not fast, but when he did, he was running, and he was doing a good job of running when he needed to. But that time, it looked like he immediately made up his mind as soon as he got the ball. He faked it, and then he was going to run up. I guess it was a quarterback draw. I don't know. I don't think it was a draw. No, but there were routes and all that stuff. That just made no sense. Scott, how's it going? Good to see you, man. I'm doing okay. I'm tired, but I'm hanging in there. I feel a little bit more awake, actually, than I did around 11 when I was calling that first game. That was a rough game for me. That was not a good game for me. I was bad. That was bad. After getting 3 and out, they drained 7 minutes and got nothing. I know. That's why you just got to take the field goal. It's just that's just dumb. And I rip dumb coaching decisions all the time. I ripped, of course, the Washington, not Washington State, but Washington, head coach whenever earlier. Again, they were 3-0 on Ohio State. They drove the field, got down to the 20, 4th and 4. Why are we trying to do a fake field goal run, pass, whatever? Dumb. And again, the momentum switched. Momentum is such a thing, folks. It is such a thing. But again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you like the play-by-play here. That's what I try to do for college. Again, I try to cover the games that might not receive the same amount of love as the other games. And, of course, the NFL, I cover my Steelers. I'll be up tomorrow morning covering the Steelers-Vikings. So definitely, again, if you love the NFL, or if you love the Steelers or Vikings, whatever, if you're just a football fan, definitely tune out tomorrow. And I'll be doing Reds-Brewers tomorrow as well. Win-and-in situation for the Reds if the result holds tonight. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 8. In the shotgun, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson gets driven back. The forward progress, though, does give him a yard. Colorado State defense still trying to hype themselves up. I mean, again, they look really good to start off the second half here with the 3 and outs, but their offense kind of let them down. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Cougars. Last week at the end of the game, Norvell took the tying extra point off the board and went for 2. Guess who put in the quarterback? Guess what the play was? Yeah, I'm good. I think I got it. Second and 9. Eckhouse drops back to pass. Fires. It's caught at the 10. This is Freeman at the 15. And he will get the first down, making multiple defenders miss. Nice stuff by Freeman. That's a first down. I'm sorry, Eat the Compass. It sounds rough being a Colorado State fan. Again, I found myself on the, like between the Colorado State thing. I didn't, care, but me being anti-Colorado, I was pulling for Colorado State in those games. So, there was part of me that was a Colorado State guy for that one game, and it was nice. It was really nice. And that first one, 2023, was a great game. 1st and 10. Eckhouse moving to his right. Fires. It is caught at the 19 and dropped at the 20. It's a gain of 2. I think there was one decision that Norvell made that game. I think it was in overtime. He should have went for 2. Because you're the away team, you go for the kill. And they had the momentum. But he ended up playing conservative. And I think it ended up costing him. So now I think he's just overdoing it with the aggressiveness. I think it's just crazy. Still remember his atrocious play call to end last year's Apple Cup. Oof. Looks like we have another injured Ram down, so the Rams are taking a beating tonight. Hopefully they are okay. You can get an air raid coaches out of Wazoo, but not the air raid out of Wazoo. This guy. Man, us Rams fans had more fun last year. Got to go to the Snoop Dogg Bowl. Well, you guys had a decent year last year, 8-4, something like that. I actually can't remember. Let me look at that. Look at that up. Colorado State football. Can we get a year-by-year thing or no? Do I have to? Well, let me actually type in year-by-year, and then we'll actually get that. Doctor, you idiot. All right, let's see. Yeah, 8-5. Okay. Did y'all win that? No, you lost. Okay, you guys are 8-4. 2023, you were 5-7. Really? I thought that team was much better than that. All right, well, there's an injury timeout, so after all that, they decided to take us to a commercial break. So, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. Basketball season. Yes, did I cover that? I don't know. So in March, again, I started off with opening day. Did I cover? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't think I did now that I think about it. We'll find out in a few seconds. So the first stuff I called on the channel when I was actually starting to take this a little bit more serious was, yes, I did. Colorado State, Maryland. Oh, yeah. So there we go. Second time I've covered Colorado State on the channel. First time football. Oh, wow. Look at that. Who won? I can't remember. Shots. Oh, geez. That was a good game. Colorado State. What happened? Maryland knocks out Colorado State. Oh, man. Sorry. I'm going crazy for Maryland here. But, hey, it was a great game, apparently. 72-71. That's cool. Look at those memories, man. That's so awesome. Look at me go. That was me with like 10 subs. I was probably chilling with like 5 people in the chat, man. That was awesome. That was so awesome. So, yeah, I'd only promote football and baseball, but because I had so much fun calling March Madness, I will call March Madness again. That was fun. So, but that's something I won't promote. That's kind of like, I'm doing that in between football and baseball season. But I will be covering college basketball. That was pretty fun. They performed well against CU, which was completely overhyped. You probably remember that. Yeah, for sure. Both Colorado State basketball teams were great last year. Yeah, hey, that was fun. Man, yeah, that's great. Yeah, it wasn't many games, but I covered them a little bit. I covered March Madness a little bit, and yeah, I hope to do a lot of that this year. Only we'll do that in between football and baseball. That's something I won't promote because, it's like months away from now. But yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. That was great. All right. Washington State has the ball. It's going to be 2nd and 8 at the 20. They're showing here Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes with the brightest possible. Oh, my gosh. Please. Thank you. All right. 2nd and 8 at the 20 in the shotgun. 2 receivers left and 1 to the right. Sending a man in motion. Eckhouse, heavy pressure, fires down the left side. It is incomplete. Meredith trying to make a nice effort there, but the throw was just a little off target. Was a little bit behind him, honestly. Meredith, though, honestly, good effort by Meredith to try to make that catch. He has a few drops, though, tonight. It's, he's obviously pretty good, but I guess you'd expect him to have a little bit more of an impact because of, the games he's had so far. 3rd and 8. In the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They're just checking out everything. Eckhouse changing the play. 2 seconds. 1 second. Gets the snap. Eckhouse looking to his left. Pump fakes. Fires down the left side. It is in and out of the hands of the receiver right. Incomplete. So that stops the clock at 4:53, of course. Plenty of time left for Colorado State. But again, if you kick the field goal there, now you're driving and could potentially make this a 1-score game on this drive. But now, of course, you're going to have to try to make it 2. There is a flag. Oh, wow, there's a face mask penalty on Colorado State. Never mind. That'll keep the drive alive. Number 4. Let's see what happens here. Lined up on Meredith. Oh, that is a huge penalty. And immediately going to the face mask. What is he doing? As soon as the play starts, he literally starts like messing with Meredith's head. 1st and 10 at the 35. Just dumb. In the shotgun. Eckhouse, play action. Steps up, fires. It is caught at the 45, brought down at the 41. That is Meredith on the play. Huge catch and run. That's a 1st down for Washington State. So we haven't had great results yet, but I got a good feeling about our head coach in basketball and football. Another drop. I wouldn't say it was a drop. Again, that was more of the quarterback. Oh, right. Yeah, rights. Yes, that was a drop, but you got the call anyway with the face mask. 1st and 10 in the pistol. Ball at the 42. Eckhouse moving to his right. Fires. It is incomplete. Overthrowing right. Eckhouse looking for the penalty for right. There was some contact there. Not too much. There really wasn't much there. That was just clean. Again, Eckhouse looking. He's pulling. Yeah, not really. All right, 2nd and 10 for Washington State. Again, it's been all Washington State. Not looking as good this quarter here, but again, a penalty did move the change. And, of course, there was a nice play. Eckhouse has been doing this, and Colorado State's just complaining about the false start there as he hands it off up the middle. This is Pulalasi, and he's going to get a couple. Gain of 2. That's always a tough one there if the quarterback's doing this to try to draw him. Personally, I do think it's a false start, actually. Unless you're doing it every time. I mean, if you're doing it every time, then it's fine. But if you're not, which he's not, then yeah, I would definitely flag it. If Colorado State's defense gets more penalties than the offense just commits false starts till they retake the lead. Oh, man, that does not sound good. That's great stuff, though. In the shotgun, it's 3rd and 8, and looks like Washington State is going to call timeout. So 3:53 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Washington State 20, Colorado State 3. Are they going to cut to commercial? I thought they were. I thought I heard the jingle. They did not play the jingle, I guess. So I'm delusional. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. This is what I do. I call games. For college football, again, I try to cover the games that might not receive the same amount of love as the other bigger games, of course. So that's what I try to do on the channel. Of course, I cover the NFL. As you can see, I love the Steelers. So Steelers games every week. And, of course, another random game, but not this week. I'll be covering Reds and the Brewers tomorrow in the afternoon. If the Reds win, they are in. But let's see, of course. I don't know. That's if they win tonight, which I think they were. They're up 7-4. Of course, I can refresh that. 3rd and 8 at the 40. They need to get to the 32. Eckhouse in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Drops back. Steps up. Fires over the middle. It is incomplete. Heavy pressure. Great coverage by Colorado State. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're up by 10. Let the SEC cannibalism start. Georgia today, Bama next week. Yeah, I am, I try not to share my, because, I'm not trying to say I'm like, I want to be everybody's streamer or everything like that. I try not to share my opinions, but they naturally will come out. I am not, I do not like the SEC. I do not. I am tired of the bias. I am sick and tired of the biases. There's the punt. And that's going to be bouncing at the 5 and fielded at the 8. Great punt. I mean, geez, that is a pro punt there. Who was that? Ryan Harris. This guy. That was a good punt. All right, well, Colorado State, they're going to have a long way to go just to make it a 2-score game. 20-3, 3:42 left to go in the 3rd quarter. When you practice against the CSU offense every day, you get a lot of practice recognizing false starts. There you go. There you go. Folks, again, appreciate it. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for the channel. Again, if you like the style that I I'm trying to mimic that traditional radio-style broadcast with the voice that I do. So, pardon me. Hopefully you like what you hear. And, again, if you like sports, then this is a great channel for you because this is what I do. I call games. NFL, MLB, and college football. Of course, thank you to all the sponsors. Again, appreciate you guys. Coffee Beans and Water Hernandez and Sorry Cat for your support, as they are the Scoreboard sponsors. So let's check out what's happening. Let's check the baseball scores real quick. Again, the Reds, if they win, then it's a win-and-in situation. If they lose, then they win tomorrow, and the Mets lose tomorrow. Then they're in. So looks like they are going to hold on, but we'll see. Again, baseball's been crazy, especially as of late. All right, other scores across college football. This is probably what you're waiting for. You've been waiting for Iowa State and Arizona. That's what it is. 36-14, Iowa State over Arizona. Still in the 4th quarter. NC State taking the lead over Virginia Tech, 21-20. Southern Miss 35, Jacksonville State 17. Western Kentucky 27, Missouri State 16. Memphis 31, Florida Atlantic 26. Oregon up on Penn State 10-3. Oregon has just scored, and the extra point is good. So Oregon leading there in State College. Alabama up 24-14 over Georgia. Georgia, though, I believe has the ball. I think. I don't know who Connor Talty plays for, but he just missed a 43-yard field goal. Missouri up 28-6 over Massachusetts. San Jose State up 20-14 over Stanford. They are driving at the Stanford 41. Boise State up 27, Appalachian State 14. Still again in the 3rd quarter. South Carolina up 28-10 over Kentucky. Marshall 31, Louisiana 17. Louisiana Tech 7, UTEP nothing. And then final scores. Let's just do the top 25 here. Notre Dame all over Arkansas 56-13. Illinois 34, USC 32. Vanderbilt 55, Utah State 35. Georgia Tech 30, Wake Forest 29, Tennessee 41, Mississippi State 34, Indiana 20, Iowa 15, Texas A&M 16, Auburn 10, Ole Miss 24, LSU 19, and Ohio State 24, Washington 6. 1st and 10 at the 9 for Colorado State. The turnover counter doesn't count on turnovers on down. I guess not. It should, though. 1st and 10. Moving to his right, fires. It is caught at the 11. Cuts inside at the 15. Still on his feet. Brought down at the 17. That was, I believe, Dupree on the catch and run. Good stuff there by Dupree to make the initial defender miss. 2nd and 8 coming up. If you're going for the classic radio style announcer vibe, you're mailing it. For a second, I thought Vince. Okay, all right. I don't know about all that. Thank you, though. I appreciate the kind words. 2nd and 2. At the 17, in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Brousseau hands it off up the middle, and he finds a pack of Cougars. Nothing doing. Got back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and 2 now for Colorado State. Again, they need to get to the 19 for a brand new set of downs. And one could wonder, if they had made the field goal earlier, if they had made that, but also, again, made the other one or kicked the field goal when they had the chance to. 20-9, much different outlook on the game. But right now, not the case. 3rd and 2 in the shotgun. Trips left, one receiver to the right. Drops back to pass. Looking to his left. Fires. It is caught at the 33 and pushed out of bounds around the 37. That was number 10 on the catch. I thought he overthrew it, but a great catch there by number 10. Kind of like skinnier Cooper Kupp, pretty much. 1st and 10 at the 40. Good spot. That's a bubble screen caught at the 40 and hit hard at the 42. So only a gain of 2 there. That was number 0. That was Tommy Mayer on the catch. This catch was Jordan Ross, number 0. Lockdown. Do you Cougars hunt in packs? Yes. Probably not. 2nd and 8 in the shotgun. I don't think they do. I think they're lone wolves pretty much. We'll just go with it, though. In the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Dupree. Up the middle, and he's fighting, but can't get much. As it's a gain of 2, so it's 3rd and 6 coming up. If this is a watch party, where are the refreshments? This is actually not a watch party. Ha-ha. Ha-ha-ha. It's a play-by-play and reaction. I did not put watch party because I don't know. I don't like the watch party thing. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It is what it is. 3rd and 6 in the shotgun. They got to hurry here. Only 1 second left. It's going to hand it off. This is Dupree at the 45, 50, 45, breaks a tackle, and brought down at the 43. That's a brand new set of downs for the Rams. Yes, they hunt in packs, but it always depends on the circumstance. They can hunt alone and in packs. Okay, there we go. Michael Sanko Cougs. Again, it's looking good. 1st and 10 at the 43. In the shotgun. Let me go ahead and turn this off here. And there's a lot of movement there, and there are plenty of flags. I wonder to see what it'll be here. It's going to be a false start. False start on Colorado State. There you go. So 12 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And I feel like they won't get this playoff. I don't know. They might. They should get it off, but they won't. All right, that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. They snap it well after 0. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Washington State 20, Colorado State 3. But Colorado State does have the ball, in Washington State territory. So there's that. And it hasn't really been a good game for Colorado State. You look at the yards here. It's not too much of a difference, but it definitely feels that way. It really does. It feels like there's a huge difference. Folks, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. This is not a watch party. So no refreshments are provided, no food. Again, I tried to do the play-by-play thing. It was a watch party like, oh, man, what a run. Man, that was a great play there. Well, what happened? That was a great play. Oh, yeah, by the way, the score's like, 31-3. Well, what happened? When did they score? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I try to do the play-by-play thing. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. If you consider yourself a sports fan, you are liking and subscribing because this is what I do. I call games. It's a sports channel. And it's a fast-growing sports channel. Just 6 months ago at 30 subs, 2 months ago at 340 subs, and now we are over 1,000. So, again, I do appreciate the support I've gotten. Appreciate just clicking on the live stream. Give me a chance to call this game for you. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you're pressing that subscribe button. It is free of charge. You won't have to pay a dime. I promise. No bill. I promise. There's no bill. YouTube did want me to send you guys bills, but I was like, nah, man. It's a free thing. It's very much free. Tackling looks so good. The first 2 games, but it appears to have declined since then. Colorado State is fighting for some extra yards, but for the most part, it's been Washington State that has been the guys making guys miss and all that stuff. Okay, Campbell money line. I'm assuming this is boxing or UFC, if I had to guess. I don't know much about boxing or UFC, Hammer. I'm sorry. I'm lost when it comes to that. Games I thought were possibly winnable look tougher with each week so far. I thought we might get a shot at Virginia. Is that my cat trying to break in? And she's breaking in. Okay. After seeing it so far, I don't know. I feel like Virginia... If Virginia goes to Washington State, you guys can win that game. JMU, again, it just depends. Home field is such a huge thing. I do apologize. I have to get up. My cat is a menace at times, so she will definitely do some damage behind the scenes. Literally, wrong chat. Oh, you're good. Again, I'm sorry. I'm just not a UFC guy or boxing. Let's see here what's happening in the Penn State game. Again, I really kind of want to watch that game, but that's moving by really fast. Oregon 10, Penn State 3, just the same amount as this. I really thought it'd be kind of dragging along like Alabama. Georgia, there's 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Georgia actually has the ball at the Alabama 1. Georgia potentially making it a one-score game very soon. Virginia is on the road. So Virginia's on they're going to Washington State. Or you guys are hosting. I'm sorry. I guess I can interpret that both ways. I'm probably an idiot. All right, 1st and 15 in the shotgun. Brousseau hands the ball off up the middle. And he can't find anything. Brought down after about a yard or two. I got you, and a UFC guy in the Penn State game on my TV. Oh, I see. Yeah, 10-3. That's kind of shocking. I thought be a little bit more scoring there. Not like high scoring or anything, but a little bit more. 2nd and 13, play action. Brousseau steps up, fires down the left sideline. It is almost intercepted. Of course, it falls incomplete. You go to these. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going to be tough. At Virginia, yeah, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. Good coverage there by number 5. Almost with the pick. Receiver had to play defense. 3rd and 13. They need to get to the 33. They're at the 46. Brousseau drops back. Heavy pressure is going to check it down, but can't even connect. The throw was low. Pass intended for Mayer, and that's 4th and 13. Oh, decision. Ole Miss in Oxford. Oh, jeez. Looks like they're going to go for it. I mean, you kind of have to. If it was still a 2-score game, you could punt it, trying to pin them deep. What the heck is that? Deep. 4th and 13. Drops back to pass. Moving to us right now. Steps up. And he's going to try to throw it, but I think his knee was down. They're going to say it's a live ball, and now they're going to whistle it dead. Regardless, it's a turnover on downs. And, yeah, Colorado State with a night to forget. Stop then. What will they do? They will turn the ball over on downs. Again, just not a good night. The Washington State defensive line has been very much all over Colorado State's offensive line. All right, they're going to take another commercial break. It's 20-3, Washington State over Colorado State. They elected to not try the 64-yard field goal. Yeah, I mean, if they would have kicked the field goal earlier, 20-6, I still think you can punt it in this situation and just try to pin them deep, and then you'll get the ball back if you're able to make a stop. But just decisions earlier impacting decisions now. So unfortunate stuff. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like what you hear, if you like what you see, if you're just a sports fan in general, you are liking and subscribing to the channel. Of course, I couldn't tell you what college football games I'll be covering next Saturday, but, it's kind of like what am I calling? What do I have a feeling might give me the best chance to build an audience? But again, I try to cover games that might not be covered by the other streams and streamers. So that's my strategy for college football. Again, football and baseball, I cover my Steelers, and of course another game usually every Sunday. Not this Sunday though, again because of the playoffs and the playoff implications for baseball. And yeah, of course I cover baseball, and baseball's only lasting another. I thought I just heard a trimmer outside my window, but that was, I think, a motorcycle. I really hope that was a motorcycle and not somebody mowing the lawn at 9 o'clock at night. That would be a problem, folks. This might be my last stream ever. All right, let's see what's happening here. The Reds over the Brewers right now in the top of the ninth. So, again, looking like a win-and-in situation for me tomorrow. That is best. That is the best case scenario. Actually, what is best case scenario is the Reds winning tonight, losing tomorrow, and then the Mets game is still on, and then I can cover the end of the Mets game. It's like a one-run game. Ooh, what's going to happen? That'd be awesome. All right, we're going to move on. All right, let's see. College football again. What's happening? Alabama up 24-21. Georgia has scored. Oregon now at the Penn State 8. 4th and 1. Oh, that's a tough one. I'd kick the field goal, though. Unless you have the momentum. Unless you feel like, hey, this is... No, you go up. Just going to kick the field goal. Make it 13-3. Take the 2 scores. All right, well, it's going to be Washington State ball. Oh, the Guardians going to the playoffs. Really? That's official. Let me go and refresh this. Oh, wow. So the AL's decided. Oh, man. Houston's eliminated. That is brutal. No Astros. Hammer must love it. 1st and 10 at the Colorado State 49. Drops back to pass. Fires down the middle. It's almost intercepted. Lamondre Joe with the deflection there. It's landing. He'll go for it. Yeah, probably. Would you rather have the 3rd AL wildcard spot or the 2nd? That's a good question. The 3rd. 2nd and 10. In the pistol. Eckhouse moving to his right. Looking to his left. Fires. It is caught at the 40 and is brought down at the 40. And that was a dangerous throw, but a good catch. It's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Houston got eliminated. Yeah, that's how you got in. That's how you got in. Houston... Detroit won, and you guys won, so it doesn't matter what the Astros aren't playing for anything now. They're done because both of you guys won. They only had a shot if both of you guys lost or one of you guys lost. Then it would determine what would happen tomorrow. So the Astros are done. The AL side is done. They're going to do the tush push. 3rd and 1. They're all lined up like the Eagles. And Eckhouse snaps it. He's fighting forward. I think he's going to get it. Oh, the tush push. I am anti-tush push myself, but it is what it is. That's going to be 1st and 10. They actually didn't do the tush push, so the guys were actually beside Eckhouse, and they were just pushing the lineman. That's interesting. That is interesting. Huh. Were the extras? Yes, they were. They were banging the trash cans. 1st and 10 for Washington State as they look to kind of just chew the clock here. Though the clock did stop there. I guess Colorado State called the timeout. I'm not too sure. As that counts, hands the ball off up the middle, trying to make something happen. He cannot. He fought forward for an extra yard there. That's a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Cougars, as this one seems to be nearing its conclusion here, as we're just under 13 minutes. But again, Washington State up 20-3, and they have the ball and they're driving. Penn State. I don't know if I can say that one. Penn State. So they went for it. Oh, man, that is pretty crazy. And they got it. 2nd and 8 at the 37. Eckhouse moving to his right. Heavy pressure. Trying to escape. Throws. Incomplete. Eckhouse kind of flirting with danger there. PGA's Tour is trash. Why is it trash? I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't watched much golf in a good bit. But yes, Oregon up 17-3 over Penn State. Despite being born in Pennsylvania, I do not like Penn State. I could not care less for them. Only pull for them in very rare occasions, like playing Ohio State, and that's probably it. 3rd and 8. In the shotgun. Trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Eckhouse awaiting the snap. Gets it off. Play action. Heavy pressure. Fires to his right. It is ripped out of his hands. I thought he had it, but a great play by the linebacker ripping it out, and it falls incomplete. Oh, my goodness. I was about to say caught, but no. The receiver had it, and then the linebacker rips it out. What a play. A guy from Philadelphia is against the tush push. I'm not from Pittsburgh, no. I'm from Pennsylvania, not from Pittsburgh, though. I do like Pittsburgh, of course, obviously. All right, 4th and 8. Looks like they're going to punt it away, as there is the punt. High punt, and that's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Just missed it. Harris has been a very good punter today. Just couldn't hit that one. All right, looks like I might have to get up and be back in 20 seconds because my cat is starting to wreak havoc in this room. Give me 20 seconds. Thank you guys again for hanging out. Give me 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Let's see. What did I miss? You're down 11.5 to 4.5. The Ryder Cup. What the heck? Penn State did the tush push first, but they got in big trouble for it. Okay. I'm not an Aller guy. Cleveland Guards. Yes, I saw that. Brewers clinched home field. Yes, I saw that as well. You don't sound like you're from Lancaster. Well, I'm from Reading. I guess that's a little bit north of Lancaster. So I only lived in Pennsylvania for 8 years, and I live in Texas now. So, yeah, if you do hear a little bit of my southern accent, I don't really have it. I don't think I have it. You'll hear it in some words, of course, but it's, for the most part, I don't. I think I sound neutral. I don't know. I asked, when I went up to Pennsylvania a few months ago, I asked, hey, what do I sound like? Do I sound like I'm from Texas? They told me no. But I don't sound like I'm from there either, so I don't know what I really sound like. I sound normal. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. Walk-off hit by pitch. Wow. That sounds about right. Penn State just kicked. No, they just scored. They apparently just went down the field and just scored. Georgia has the ball 4th and 9 at the 50. It looks like they're going to punt it away. Man, that's still in the third quarter. They're just dragging it out. Man. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, where's Texas? This guy. Texas is Texas. It's somewhere in the United States. Texas is where Texas is. I don't know. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. But yeah, Colorado State will have the ball about just over 12 minutes to go. I mean, they're down by 3 scores. I don't think we're seeing a quarterback change. I know I saw we need Fowler Nicolosi in there. I don't see him in. I think it's still Brousseau. Brousseau drops back, looking to his left, fires. It's caught at the 25. Oh, he was hit hard. Mayer with the catch, but he took a shot. That's a gain of 5. In Stanford. Yeah, no, they don't look good. Stanford's bad. Got hit on the elbow. Wow. You think it's South Back? Yeah, I think so too. 2nd and 5. Broussard. Or no, I think I said that wrong. He's going to step up and he's going to take off and run. He's at the 30 and brought down at the 33. That's Brousseau, not Broussard. Brousseau with the run of about 7 or 8. That's a brand new set of downs for the Rams. It's owned by Oklahoma. Texas owned by Oklahoma. That's interesting. Very interesting indeed. 1st and 10. Drops back. Steps up, check it down at the 35-40. And brought down around the first down marker. I don't know if he got there. I don't like Oklahoma either. I don't like Texas. I don't like when it comes to college football, I don't like Texas. I don't like Oklahoma. But I will pull for Texas usually in the rivalry. 2nd and 1, trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Brousseau drops back, looking over. It's caught at the 50. Oh, and again, hit hard, trying to break free as they're going to mark him down at the 49. Best of luck with your Steelers game. Thank you very much. We'll see how it goes. Who hit him? I don't recall who hit who, Salami. I'm very sorry. 1st and 10 at the 49. Brousseau, play action. Steps up, fires down the right sideline. It is overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended for Ross, could not connect. 2nd and 10 coming up. How's he adopted this guy? Well, he's not looking good. He is not. They haven't played today though. They're showing the Oregon-Penn State game here again. Back and forth it's going. Apparently, again, Penn State just went down the field and scored real quickly. 2nd and 10 at the 49 for Brousseau and the Rams. In the shotgun. Brousseau drops back. Checks it down. Oh, that might be a backward pass. And it is. It's a live ball. He does recover it, but he's brought down at the 39. Brousseau. Not a good decision. Though if it were Patrick Mahomes, that was a heads-up play by Patrick Mahomes. It kind of looked a little Mahomey there. Only Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, that's pretty much what you'd hear if that were Mahomes. And, of course, I'm not kidding. That actually happened multiple times on Sunday night. 3rd and 22 for the Rams as Brousseau drops back. Heavy pressure, steps up. He's going to take off and run. He's at the 40, 45. Runs out of bounds at the 50. That's a gain of 11, so that's going to bring up 4th and 11. My Browns probably get blown out, but they got to do it. Yeah, you don't mean that, Ultimate. You don't mean that. You're saying that, but you don't mean that. You think the Browns are going to win. You think the Browns are going to win. We get with it so far, but I don't like the trend of this game. 4th and 10. In the shotgun, Brousseau steps up, fires. It is caught at the 36. Avant with the catch. And that is a brand new set of downs for the Rams. I don't think Avant. Oh, was it Avant? Okay, I don't remember. Jeez. Avant apparently got pantsed because his pants came loose there. 1st and 10. Brousseau steps up, is going to check it down. This is Avant at the 35 and tiptoeing the sideline at the 30. Where are they going to mark it? They're going to mark him down at the 26. Man, tiptoeing. Okay, good. Did someone say Mahomes? Oh, let me tell you how amazing that guy is. Oh, I can't. Collinsworth has turned into. He's the worst now. I liked him. him with Michaels, but he is so bad. 2nd and 1 at the 27. Drops back to pass. Looking, checks it down. And he can't make the catch, Dupree. To be honest with you, Dupree had a jump for that one. He was wide open. So not a good throw by Brousseau. That'll be about, third and 1. How do you let him get a first down? 3rd and 22. It's garbage time. I think it's prevent defense. Only Patrick Mahomes keeps paying attention after throwing the ball. The quarterbacks just start looking at their wristbands. 100%. Oh yeah. They don't look at see what's happening for sure. 3rd and 1. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and he's going to get the first down. Dupree with a nice run, gain of about 3. Brand new set of downs for the Rams as the clock continues to run. You see the Power Rangers on the sideline doing their thing. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. Brousseau, heavy pressure, and down he goes. Sack. Washington State, again, has been all over Colorado State's offensive line. It's been bad. That's a loss of 6 on the play. Second and long. Drops back to pass. Brousseau is going to get sacked again. Finau back-to-back sacks, and he is just hyped up, and I don't blame him. Why not celebrate? Back-to-back sacks, the big guy. The Samoan, I'm assuming, or just from one of those islands out there. Just blowing up the offensive line. 3rd and 23. They need to get to the 14. Jumps back to passes. Brousseau fires, checks it down to Mayer at the 30. Spin, nice move, but again rocked by McKenna. Mayer's just taking a bunch of big hits. He's a small guy, so maybe that's probably why it looks so worse, because it doesn't have much weight there. So it's going to be 4th and about 12. We do have a Washington State player down. That is Humphrey. Now keep them behind the chains. Call him Pac-Man. Oh, yeah. Pac-Man. Caden Curry, the Ohio State today. Yeah, no, Ohio State looked good. Washington, I blame one call by Washington. That's what ruined the game for Washington, was that fake field goal. It changed the momentum of the game. It was horrible. Horrible. Like, why in the world did you do that? That was just so dumb. And it changed the game. Ohio State just dominated from that point on. Absolutely dumb. Sometimes, if only I could call plays, folks, or at least make key decisions in key moments, and I feel like I would be pretty good. Chris, how's it going? How is it going? I'm doing okay. Chris, I will be covering Reds Brewers tomorrow. Of course, it's more for the Reds because of the win-and-in situation that they have put themselves through. I'm assuming the score did hold with the Reds. Yes, so the Reds up 7. They defeat the Brewers. So if the Reds win, they are in. If they lose, then they have to have the Mets lose. They're not going to go for it, Zoe Stacks. They're actually going to kick a field goal here, which is interesting. Kick is up and it's blocked. Oh, my goodness. Things go from bad to worse for the Rams. It's recovered in the end zone, but they're going to whistle it dead. Dead like the Colorado State's hopes to win this game. This has been complete domination by one team tonight. Just absolutely terrible. Just getting a hand up there. Just 20-3 Washington State over Colorado State. Just unbelievable stuff. You're saying refs cost Washington? I don't know about all that. I didn't see anything like that, but it wouldn't surprise me. Looks like you're asleep with a prediction. Oh, man. Yeah, that's brutal. Zoe loves it. Zoe loves it. This is ridiculous. Hammer, I'm telling you. This is Colorado State looks bad. I'm questioning if they could even beat Kent State. To be honest with you, they look bad. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you like college football, if you like the NFL, if you like MLB, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. DeLay. This is what I do. Tomorrow I'll be covering the Steelers in the morning, and then a kind of a special edition. Didn't think I would cover a baseball game on a Sunday kind of edition of baseball. Reds and Brewers. Reds, if they win, they are in. So that'd be pretty fun. So yeah, definitely subscribe to the channel. Again, for college football, I cover teams that might not receive the same love. So that is kind of my strategy when it comes to college football. First Air Force and LSU. Yeah, it's been a rough day. So we're to see our team being carried by defensive special teams. We aren't used to that. They look good. Colorado State does not. They look bad. Definitely shocked by this, to be honest with you. I really thought Colorado State was a solid team, but apparently not. And if they are not showing it. So, but again, feel free to like and subscribe. Let's check out some scores again. Brought to you by Sorry Cat, Eduardo Hernandez, and Coffee Beans, by the way. So again, appreciate your guys' support. Let me refresh this just in case. So Alabama, Georgia, that is at the end of the third quarter. Alabama up 24-21. Oregon up 17-10. Penn State, though, does have the ball at their own 38. San Jose State up 26-21 over Stanford. Again, that is wow. Colorado up 7-0 over BYU. Salter is in at quarterback for Colorado tonight. Interesting. All right, we're back. Again, Washington State just blocked a field goal. Could be worse, like losing to UNT. Yeah, it could be. I guess so. 1st and 10 in the pistol. 2 receivers left. Tight end and tight to the right. And he's going to hand it off up the middle. This is Voorhees. Voorhees fighting forward for about a yard. Don't forget Sunday football. I might not do it, Nick. I'm not going to lie. I was horrible earlier. I'm exhausted. I might need a break. So I might just cover those 2 games. And I might, if I have the energy, I'll do it. But I'm not going to promote it. I won't promote it. I will make the thumbnail and everything. I think I already did make the thumbnail and everything. But I won't put it up unless I'm just feeling like I will do it. $50 on a horse race, though, so at least you'll break even. Geez, good stuff. 2nd and 9, ball at the 27. Eckhouse in the shotgun, trips to the right, tight end in tight to the left. Setting a man in motion. He's going to keep it on the RPO at the 30. Eckhouse at the 35 and gets the first down. Just would not go down. Nice second effort. And a brand new set of downs for Washington State. Reds beat the Brewers. Yes, saw that. Yeah, I'm going to be covering it, Chris. Covering it tomorrow afternoon. Did not think I'd ever choose baseball over football, but here we are. I might have some success tomorrow. Hope you cover a few more Wazoo. Thank you, long time gun. We'll see. Again, I just kind of look at the schedule every Saturday. Or, let me look at next week's schedule. I don't want to make any promises, but, I just kind of look and see what in the world might give me the best shot to have an audience. Because, again, I'm a small streamer, of course. Still kind of just trying to build an audience here. Who do you guys play? Where's Washington State? I don't see Washington State. You guys have off next week. Am I just blind? Am I blind? Am I blind? Or am I blind? You guys are probably off because I don't see you guys. I'm looking. I don't see. You guys might have off. But again, we'll see. I kind of just check to see what gives me the best shot, what I think might give me the best shot. Like who might not be covering that game. The illegal streams obviously are a big thing as well. So I'm like, I don't know. So, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I can't promise anything. I can tell you actually, I had a lot of success with Wyoming. I'll be doing that game for sure. Wyoming and UNLV. So that will be happening. So there is an injury, by the way, if you're wondering why in the world. I'm not calling anything injury, and I'm seeing a lot of Colorado State fans just leaving. So there is that. Okay, I'll listen, but lie down already. Yeah, have a good night, Rocker Farm. Pardon me. Thank you again for subscribing. You're a legend. You don't think Colorado State's going to pull this one out? I don't know. I would, I guess, agree with you. Eat the compass. You found out college. Yeah, it is for sure. Again, make sure. Hey, drop your. Can you give me your EA account? Go ahead and let me know your username, or you can message me on. I think you have my Discord. Message me on Discord, and then that'd be fine as well. And I'll try to add you, and we'll see what we can do. Again, I don't really play as much anymore. I don't have the time ever since I started doing this. My video game buddies hate me now. I've been abandoned because I decided to do this. So we'll see how it goes. You have 26? Yeah, I have 26 as well. Despite Milwaukee Brewers losing to the Reds, they clinched the number 1 seed because of the loss of Philadelphia. Yep, exactly. Doc Joey Porter Shooter went to Colorado State University. Yep, I think Clark Hagans did as well. Yeah, the Steelers and Colorado, just in general. I mean, I know Cordell Stewart went to Colorado. Yeah, no, they got some good linebackers from Colorado State. So, yeah, an injury there. Again, I apologize if you're wondering why am I just talking, not covering the game. Yeah, we had an injury. Stream us playing, and if you'll win, I donate $50 to a charity of your choice. I don't know. I don't really, it's going to sound terrible. I don't know if I trust charity, so that's why I'm like, I don't know. I'd have to do a lot of research. That's interesting, though. Heck, hey, we'll try that. I might have to do that. I'll have to do some research on some charities. 3rd and 1, sending a man to motion. He's under center. He's going to go ahead and do the quarterback sneak. Is he going to get it? I don't know if he did. I don't think he did. Looks like the yellow line was actually horrible, so it looks like he did get it because the yellow line was very inaccurate. Geez, And I think he's going to get it. Phillies with the 2 seed. Yep, they did clinch that. The Dodgers are the 3, Cubs are the 4, Padres are the 5. Just don't know the 6. So brand new set of downs for the Cougars. 1st and 10 at the 36. In the pistol. 2 receivers right, sending a man in motion. That is Meredith. Hands it off up the middle. Fighting forward. He's at the 40 and brought down at the 42. Nate Bargates likes the Boys and Girls Clubs. I can't tell if that's a joke because, I mean, obviously I know Nate. He's a comedian. I've been streaming it on Twitch a bit, but I don't. It's hard. It's hard to stream. It's hard. You gotta. I don't know. You gotta be entertaining every single second of the day. It's so hard, to be honest with you. No, it's not harder than 9 to 5. For those of you wondering, no, it's not. But definitely not easy to get to be a top guy. 2nd and 4, ball at the 42. In the pistol. Hands it off to Voorhees. Up the middle, and he's not going to get much. That's a gain of about a yard or 2. So 3rd and 2. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to play viewers. I know I have Draven. Draven's usually in here, but we added each other a long time ago. We just haven't been able to. Colorado State's schedule up at San Diego State next Friday. Then they're home for Fresno State, and then home for Hawaii. Then at Wyoming. That'd be again. The Wyoming crowd was very generous to me, so I'm looking at trying to do some Wyoming games. Not all of them, of course. Pardon me, but geez, they were very, very supportive of the channel. 3rd and 3 in the pistol. Play action, moving to his right, firing to his left. It's caught at the 45, at the 50, 45, breaks a tackle, 45, brought down inside the 40. Oh, my goodness. Good stuff there. Nice catch and run as we're ticking under 3 minutes. being a stay-at-home mother isn't as hard as streaming being a stay. That would be, yeah, I guess that's a good point there. Eat the compass. I didn't think of that. That is a good point. That would be a little bit more challenging. 1st and 10 at the 39 in the pistol. Sending a man in motion. Eckhouse. It's going to keep it on the RPO. The camera was faked out. He's at the 35. Hit hard at the 30. Eckhouse trying to clap hands with the defender. Defender finds it hilarious. 2nd and 1 as we're approaching the 2-minute warning here in Fort Collins. I do hear whistles being blown there. I don't know. Okay, no, that was the band. Okay, 2-minute warning. Washington State 20, Colorado State 3. It looks like Washington's just going to run out the clock. So again, folks, if you liked what you heard tonight, make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Do appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll go and refresh this because why in the world is it being dumb? I don't know, but it is. So again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Hopefully, I did a decent enough job for you to press that like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. Again, this is what I do, folks. I cover college football, NFL, and, of course, Major League Baseball. So definitely like and subscribe if you're a sports fan. If you're not a sports fan, then I guess you're not subscribing. So it is what it is. I won't hold it to you, but I'm just being honest. I guess you're not a sports fan. It is whatever. Go Colorado State Band. Hey, they played a lot tonight. Not necessarily for touchdowns because they did not play a touchdown song. All right, again, we'll go over the scores real quick, probably for the final time tonight. Again, thank you to all the sponsors that I have. Thank you for all the support all the super chats, all the all that stuff. Of course, Hammer, you've been very, of course, generous to the channel. Again, I really appreciate you, man. And of course, again, shout out to Scoreboard sponsors, Coffee Beans, Eduardo Hernandez, and Sorry Cat. So let's go ahead and go over the scores. Your EA name is M Hammer Sports. Okay, give me that. M Hammer. Okay. All right, I'll try to add you. Hopefully that works next time I'm on. All right, so some scores from across the nation. Oregon up 17-10 over Penn State. Penn State is driving at the Oregon 19. Alabama up 24-21 over Georgia with about 8 minutes to go in that one. Missouri up 42-6 over Massachusetts. San Jose State 29, Stanford 21. Stanford, though, is driving. Ooh, that's interesting there. Boise State 47, Appalachian State 14. South Carolina 35, Kentucky 13. Marshall 34, Louisiana 27. Louisiana Tech 7, UTEP 0. Colorado up 7-0 over BYU. They also have the ball back. Jeez. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. Nothing really much happening right now. So, again, we're just going to probably run out the clock. Listen to you call the game earlier while I played the OG. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. That was a horrible game for me. I was so bad. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, though. That was not a good game. I was bad. I was not good. 2nd and 1 in the pistol. 2 receivers to the right. Tight ends in tight. Eckhouse hands the ball up the middle, and he's going to get the first down. Brought down at the 28. Again, I don't know if they're going to call any timeouts. Looks like they're going to have some Liga MX here on CBS Sports Network. There we go. Club America versus Pumas. Any soccer fans here? I love soccer myself. I don't really watch too much of it anymore, but I do enjoy it. And I'm kind of thinking about calling some of the World Cup matches. I think that'd be fun. That'd be really good for the channel. I think I'll probably do a little bit of that next year. We'll see. All right, looks like they're in victory formation, so that is pretty much going to bring it to an end. Washington State will defeat Colorado State 20-3. Washington State moves to 3-2. Colorado State falls to 1-3. So Jay Norvell just What in the world is going on there? Boise State, yeah, they're blowing them out. Even on your bad days, you're still entertaining. Yeah, it was just a bad stream. I felt a lot better about this stream for sure. Definitely kept the energy a little bit more positive and all that. Obviously, Colorado State didn't. It wasn't the best game, by Colorado State, but not all the games I cover can be winners. So that is what it is. But all right, folks, again, I will be live tomorrow morning for Steelers. I got to make the thumbnail. I already made the thumbnail, actually. I just got to post it. Steelers, Vikings in the morning. And then, again, if you're interested in some baseball, we got Reds and Brewers tomorrow afternoon. I'm covering that. The Reds win, they're in. If they lose, the Mets have to lose in order for them to go in. A lot of craziness happening tomorrow. And I think, of course, the AL East is not decided as well. Yeah, it's not. So we'll be monitoring those situations going forward. So, tomorrow will be a pretty cool day. So make sure, again, before you go, to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys all have a great rest of your Saturday night. I will probably send you elsewhere just in case you guys want some more sports entertainment. But yeah, again, thank you very much. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I mean, that definitely helps out the channel. Again, it's a growing channel, folks. Just 6 months ago, we were at 30 subs. Obviously, that's not the case anymore. Just 2 months ago, we were at 340 subs. Again, we're over 1,100. So again, thank you very much for your support. You guys all have a great rest of your night. I'm going to send you guys elsewhere. Unsure who's on, but I'm looking. So you guys all have a great night. When you're there, let them know that the doctor sent you. They might like it. Y'all take care and have a good night. Peace.